Okay, look, I was absolutely, completely ready to just play another fighting fantasy game book. We can just play through one of those, you can vote. Or, bear with me here, just think. Or, we could replay the Bouncer twice. I'm seeing a lot of cowards in the chat right now. Right, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. A good idea. Wanna hear the idea? Okay. First of all, if you're joining me from the Bouncer video, thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry you had to sit through that. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you've all had a lovely day. Yes, I have had a haircut. Let me explain the plan, okay? I want to play a book. I love playing books. Books are great. You know, really good fun. I enjoy playing a good book. I love the fighting fantasy books. City of Thieves, one of my favourite books. I'm going to read the book. You're going to vote on what we do. We're going to try and adventure through the book together. But I know you. I know what you like. You're going to 50-50 it, aren't you? You're going to try and 50-50 something. Okay, that's fine. Not a problem. What that means is, if you're going to try and 50-50 something, I need, first of all, I'll turn that off. Yeah, there we go. If you're going to 50-50 something, I need an incentive for you to not 50-50 something. What can I use as an incentive for you to, you know, quite simply just not 50-50 something? I don't know. Oh, hang on. No, I've got an idea. I've got one that I think could work. I'm not sure how crazy this would be, though. It might work, it might not work. Let me see if I can set this up. Sometimes it takes a while to set up. There we go. Okay, so this is the plan. If you 50-50 any vote while I'm playing this book, I will replay the entirety of the Bouncer before we get back to the book. I'll skip all the cutscenes, obviously. But that is the threat that I'm putting. And just so you know, this is not an image, all right? See? It's all good and ready to go. I'm ready to play right now. Story mode. We can just load it back up, okay? I don't even think I've got it. There we go. This is the file from before I even saved the game everywhere. So all the characters will be super low. Super low level. It'll take bloody ages to do. I'm up for this, okay? That's a threat. That's a threat right now against all of you. If any of you 50-50, any vote on this book stream, I'm going to replay the entirety of the Bouncer. Okay? You know what? Let's test it. You guys are thinking, he's bluffing. He's bluffing, isn't he? Right, I'm not bluffing. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to change the properties of this so it goes back to streaming what I wanted to stream, which is the fighting fantasy book. See? Just there. That's what I want. That's what I'd like. I'd like fit to screen, fighting fantasy book. I don't want to play the Bouncer. Nobody wants to play the Bouncer. But if you 50... and when I say 50-50, I mean perfectly, like, to the person. Not to the percentage, to the person. You've also got a dog cam in the bottom right, you see. I'm good to you like that. Will you behave? Responses yes. Responses no. There you go. You got a 1-minute poll started right now. It's quite simple. Will you behave? If you can behave, well, we will play a book. That's my reward to you. If you can be good for one stream, we can play the book. If you cannot be good for one stream, I will replay the entirety of the Bouncer. I might even do it in silence, just to spite you. Don't test my resolve, okay? I was a primary school teacher. I will see through my threats. Okay? Yes, no, 51%. I'm not bothered. I'm not scared. Because there's no way in hell you're going to be able to 50-50 to the person an exact vote. You might get 50%, but you won't get to the person. It's to the person that matters. Josh, enjoy your videos. Just wanted to say, oh, thank you. Thank you, Red. You might not enjoy the Twitch stream quite as much because I'm right now threatening all of you with what will happen if you perfectly 50-50 a vote, which you won't be able to do because you don't have that level of coordination. 108 to 103. See, you can't do it. You can't. That's not even the correct percentages. Rubbish. Utter rubbish. Right, let's play the book. City of Thieves is a fighting fantasy gamebook, an interactive adventure in which you are the hero. You can only win by choosing the correct path, finding equipment, avoiding traps, and surviving combat. You will need to be as wise as an owl and as cunning as a weasel to triumph over the challenges ahead. Now, a couple of you in stream, you know how these fighting fantasy books work. We roll our stats, we make some decisions, we go on an adventure, we find some items, we get to the end, we fail. We always fail, because there is a correct route through the adventure, and you never pick it. You don't pick it because you don't know what it is. You could Google it. I can't Google it. I'm reading the book. I'm relying on you to get us through the adventure. We've gone on 4 adventures so far. We've failed all of them because you are not very good at this, but we're going to keep trying again. This is a choose your own adventure book. You vote on it. I read it through. And if I seem a little bit annoyed, a little bit on edge, it's because this is the 4th time that we've tried to go through these books. But you want to know the reason, the real reason that I'm on edge, that I'm a little bit snippy, that I'm a little bit annoyed? I've spent 8 fucking hours playing the bouncer. Nobody should ever have to spend 8 hours playing the bouncer. It takes an hour to finish. I had to play it again and again and again and again for footage. 8 hours. Relax and eat a Reese's egg. 8 hours of the bouncer. It's just, oh man, it's okay. Where's Piper gone off to? Piper. Ah, she has food downstairs. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Okay, so someone just said stop it, Duragon, in the chat. Don't do it, all right? Don't do it. Okay, cool. Here we go. Let's do this. We're going to go on adventure, which is the way the book is meant to be read. You played the game for longer than it took me to play, and it took... Yes. Play it and take it back to the store for a refund. It was terrible. It was. Can you do a was it any good desert bus? If I ever do that, it'll be an April Fool's video, and it'll be me playing the entire game, and at the end I'll just say yes. That's what it will be. My favourite moment from the bouncer is when he said it's bouncing time, and then he bounced all over everyone. And it made a bounzillion dollars. That's what it made. Okay, so if you haven't been on these streams before, here's what happens. This is a book that you play through. Remember those old fighting fantasy books where you turn to the page and it says, you don't do this, don't do that, and you leave your thumb on the previous page so you can turn back? It's that. First of all, how much stamina do we have? Okay, that's an acceptable number of stamina. We have 20 stamina. I will take this. 20 stamina is good. I'm okay with that. What about my skill? Average to middling. I'll take a skill of 6. And am I lucky? I am when you hit the table. Okay, look, shut up. I've had to fudge that roll because we're not starting with a luck of 1, are we? That would be silly. You've got to give me this leeway. I've played the bouncer all day. Give me this leeway. Do we take a potion of skill, strength, or fortune? I would say we take a potion of skill and strength, restore skill and stamina. Fortune restores luck. We'll go with strength because stamina is important, and you know you always need more stamina. It's not rigged. I just had to change that one roll. Stop it. Hello, am I doing all right? I am, Joey. How are you doing today? It's a legitimate strategy. Statics as the bouncer is an excellent game. Don't come into my Twitch chat and tell lies. You're better than that. You can do more with your life than lie on the internet. Okay? I believe in you. Right, adventurer's equipment. You begin your adventure with a sword and shield, leather armor, and a backpack containing provisions, food and drink for the journey ahead. Rationing your provisions is key to a successful adventure. They may be consumed at any time, excluding combat, by accessing the adventure sheet. Each meal restores 4 stamina. Be sure to pay close attention to your stamina and restore it regularly. Yes, so we have meals and we have all that ready stuff. We'll get to the fighting when we get to the fighting. It's not a problem at all. Perfect start of a night shift. Lord, good evening to you. Hopefully your night shift is going well. We're going to play through a book. Are you ready to play through a book? The bouncer made me want to become a real bouncer, but I didn't know you don't get a fancy necklace. You do. You do if you go to the right places, you know? You've got to put your life on the line every night because, as Sion said, that's what a bouncer does. And a threat to all of you, again. Those of you that were here at the start know that this threat has real meaning because I've got the program running right now. Okay? If anyone perfectly 50-50s a vote, because I know that you all love doing that, I will replay the entirety of the bouncer before we get back to the book. That will happen, okay? And that is a threat to you right now. I've got the bouncer running in the background. if you perfectly 50-50 a vote, not just to the percentage, but to the person. I will do that before we carry on. You are on an adventure in a world of monsters and magic, living by quickness of wit and skill of sword. You earn your gold as a hired warrior, usually in the employ of rich nobles and barons on missions too dangerous or difficult for their own people. Slaying monsters and fearsome beasts in pursuit of some fabled treasure comes as second nature to you. Being inexperienced and highly trained in the art of the sword, you allow nothing to stand in your way on all your quests. Your success on a mission is always assured, and your reputation has spread throughout the lands. Whenever you enter a village or town, the news of your arrival spreads through the citizens like wildfire. Few of them have ever met a dragon slayer before. One evening, after a long walk through the outlands, you arrive at Silverton, a town which lies on the crossroads of the main trading routes in these parts. Just so you know, we do have a map. We can't access it yet, but we do normally have one of those for the actual adventures. Can a dragon slayer beat the bouncer? That depends. How many overalls is the bouncer wearing? Someone did correctly point out that in the cutscene, Duragon seems to get more powerful the more clothes he takes off, so his final form would just be him in a Speedo. That's what it would be. That would be the most powerful version of Duragon you could possibly get. Duradong. That's what it would be called. Just use the mug to hide my own laugh right there. Occasionally do laugh at my own jokes. Great wooden wagons hauled by teams of oxen are often seen rumbling slowly through the town, laden with herbs, spices, silk, metalware, and exotic foods from the far-off lands. Over the years, Silverton has prospered as a result of the rich merchants and traders stopping there en route to distant markets. Its wealth is quite apparent, with ornate buildings and richly dressed people aplenty. But as you enter the town gates, something strikes you as being not quite right. The people look nervous and on edge. Then you notice that all the windows on the buildings have great iron grills bolted over them, and the doors have been strengthened too. Although you usually prefer your own company to that of others, you decide to stay in Silverton for the night. You want to find out who, or what, is troubling the people. As you walk down the main street, a single note from a bell rings out from a tall tower ahead. Then a man shouts, almost desperately, "Nightfall! Nightfall! Everybody indoors!" You see people scurrying around with anxious faces and looking surprised when they see you. Across the street you see a tavern with the words, "The Old Toad," painted on its signboard. As you enter the tavern, a whisper runs through the locals as they recognize you. Some put down their mugs and stare. You are somewhat surprised that none come over to hear your tales of adventure. Walking over to the counter, you ask the old innkeeper for a room and a hot tub, but she ignores you and shuffles over to the great oak door, pushing 6 large bolts into place. Only then does she turn to you and say quietly, "That will be 5 copper for the room and 1 more for the tub, in advance if you please." You reach into a leather pouch on your belt, toss the coins on the counter. She hands you an iron key, but at that very moment there is a loud knocking on the door, followed by a voice shouting, "Open up! Open up! This is Owen Carolith." The old innkeeper shuffles over to the oak door again and slides open the bolts. Then a fat and balding man dressed in rich scarlet robes bursts into the tavern, looking around frantically. He sees you and walks quickly in your direction, huffing and puffing. He is a man certainly not used to haste. You notice great beads of sweat on his forehead in the pale candlelight of the room. As he nears you, he calls out urgently, "Stranger, I must speak with you. Please sit down. It is important that I speak with you." Are we all excited? I'm excited. I swear to God, if literally any of you vote 50-50 personally, you're going to ruin this stream. You're going to ruin it with the bouncer. That's what you're going to ruin it with. The bouncer music is distracting and immersion breaking. You shut your face. Alright, I will make the bouncer music even louder. Hang on. I'm going to make the bouncer music even louder. Volume mixer. Make it so loud that it comes through the microphone. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, fine. The bouncer music is going down slightly. The bouncer music is off. It's okay. I do not want to play the bouncer. It's a threat to all of you. Okay? But it is there just very slightly. Just like very slightly. Oh, we have another dog. When he turns to the innkeeper to snap his fingers for food and drink, you can see that he is obviously of some standing in the town, but his face is full of anguish and sorrow. Being curious, you decide to hear what the man has to say. He pulls out a chair for you at a table, bidding you to sit down, and the innkeeper bustles in with a tray laden with hot broth, roast goose, and mead. The man in scarlet robes sits opposite in silence, watching you as you feast, as though examining you for... Oh, I see, that's how that sentence works. As though examining you for some purpose of his own. Nobody vote on the next vote. Don't do it. Don't. If you vote, chat will hunt you down. I swear to God. Chat, look, there is no way that you're going to get almost 1,000 people to not vote. It's not going to work. You can't do it. Finally, as you push your plate away, the man leans forward and says, in a low but anxious voice, "Stranger, I know of you, and seek your aid. My name is Owen Caroliff, and I am Mayor of Silverton. We're in great trouble and danger. We live under a curse, and it is I who must rid us of it. 10 days ago, 2 messengers of evil rode into town on huge black stallions with fierce red eyes. It was impossible to see the faces of the riders, for they wore long black cloaks with hoods pulled over the faces. Their voices were cold, and each word spoken ended with an unnerving hiss. They asked for me by name, and when I came to greet them, they wanted to take my beloved daughter, Miriel, to stay with their master Zanbar Bone. No doubt that you know he is the Night Prince." Of course, I refused their demand, and without another word they turned and rode out slowly, heads down and shoulders hunched. I knew then that beneath the cloaks were hidden the skeletal and soulless bodies of spirit stalkers. Zanbar Bone always uses them as his messengers, and they will complete the mission or die in the attempt, and they do not die easily. Zanbar Bone is the sworn enemy of Duradong. It's a whole metaverse. It's connected. Only a silver arrow through the heart will release those evil beings from their eternal twilight existence. Who knows what it would take to kill Zanbar Bone? That same night, after the spirit stalkers left, our troubles began. The Night Prince was angry and determined to harm us. 6 moon dogs came, each stronger than 4 men, each with razor-sharp fangs. They stalked through the town, entering homes through open windows and killing the poor people inside. In the morning, we counted 23 dead, so we barred our windows and bolted our doors, yet each night the moon dogs return, and we are unable to sleep for fear that they might find a way into our homes. Hey, did I miss anything good? It's fine, I'll go back to the entire start, we can do it again, it's not a problem. What you've missed so far is a threat, which I will restate when we get to the end of this sentence. Some people are now talking us as sending Miriel to Zanbar Bone. Those whimpering traitors, I should have them flogged. But what good would that do? There is but one hope, and that rests with you, stranger. There is a man called Nicodemus who, for reasons I'll never understand, lives in Port Blacksand. That place is commonly called the City of Thieves, as it is the home of every pirate, brigand, assassin, thief and evildoer for hundreds of miles around. I think he lives there just to get some peace from the likes of us. He's a wise old wizard, and is unlikely to come to much harm, even in Port Blacksand, for his magical powers are great. He alone is capable of defeating Zanbar Bone. He used to be a friend of mine many years ago. We need him, and I beg you to bring him to us. None here dares enter Port Blacksand. You will be rewarded if you help us, stranger. Take these 30 gold pieces for your journey, and take this sword to use and keep. As Owen Caroliff rises, he pulls back his scarlet robe, revealing the finest broadsword you have ever seen. He hands it to you and, touching the edge of the blade, you're surprised to see a droplet of blood fall from your fingers. You then examine the marvellously ornate gilded serpents twining round the hilt. You have never wanted anything so badly in your life before. You stand up and hold out your right arm to Owen. He shakes it eagerly, saying, "You must set off at the first light of dawn. The moon dog will be gone by then. I shall be forced to stay the night here also. So let's drink to our destiny, and may the gods be good with us." For the next hour, Owen talks about your coming journey, explained in detail how to reach Port Blacksand. Later, you gather up your backpack and furs and climb the wooden stairs to your room. You sleep uneasily, despite the security afforded by your new broadsword, as you are more than once woken by the sniffing, scratching, and howling of the roaming moondogs outside. By dawn, you are already awake and dressed, determined to reach Port Blacksand quickly to find this man, Nicodemus. As you leave the tavern, a black cat scurries past your feet, and you almost trip. A bad omen, perhaps. The walk to Port Blacksand takes you west some 50 miles across plains and over hills, fortunately without any harmful encounters. Eventually you reach the coast and see the high walls surrounding Port Blacksand and the cluster of buildings projecting into the sea like an ugly black mark. Ships lie anchored in the harbour, and smoke rises gently from the chimneys. You guys are all you're all waiting, aren't you, for this first vote? It's not going to happen. Everyone's like, oh, don't vote, don't vote. Someone will. Someone will vote, and then someone else will vote to cancel them out, and then someone will vote to cancel them out, and you'll all end up voting. All of you. You can't organise 1,000 people. It's impossible to do. It looks peaceful enough, and it is only when the wind changes that you smell the decay in the breeze to remind you of the evil nature of this notorious place. Following the dusty road north along the coast to the city gates, you begin to notice fearful warnings. Skulls on wooden spikes, starving men in iron cages suspended from the city wall, and black flags everywhere. As you approach the main gate, a chill runs down your spine, and you instinctively grip the hilt of your broadsword for reassurance. At the gate, you are confronted by a tall guard wearing a black chainmail coat and iron helmet. He steps forward, barring the way with his pike, saying, "Who would enter Port Blacksand uninvited? State the nature of your business or go back the way you came." How will you respond? To tell him you wish to be taken to Nicodemus, turn to 202. To tell him you wish to sell some stolen booty, turn to 33. Or if you wish to attack him quickly with your sword, turn to 49. I will poll this. Somebody will vote. And everyone else will be like, well, I didn't vote, but it won't balance out. It just won't. Although statistically, the fewer people vote, the easier it will be to balance the poll if anything bad happens. Right, to Nico. Do we sell booty? Or do we attack? What do we do? We have a poll starting right now. You have 1 minute to vote. We have already got people voting for attack and sell booty. See? Straight away. Immediately. You can't do it. I'm not worried at all. Now, for those of you who are wondering, what's the threat? The threat's very simple. If, at any point during this stream, you decide it would be funny, it would be, for the lulz, you're just going to balance the vote, 50-50 or 33-33-33, anything like that. If that happens, I will minimise the book and replay the entirety of the bouncer before we get back to the book. And that will take about 20 minutes, just so you know. Now, to balance the chat, it doesn't just need to be 33-33-33 or just 50-50. It needs to be exact to the numbers. Like literally exact person to the numbers. Not just percentage-wise, but exact number of votes-wise. Needs to be perfectly accurate. See? You can't do it. 85, 78, 76. First vote failed. I have absolutely no worries in this. I wish to be taken to Nicodemus. The guard replies that he will send for an escort to take you to Nicodemus. He reaches up to a small bell on the wall of the guardhouse and rings it 3 times. Almost immediately, 2 other guards come running out of the house, and you are surprised when they each grab hold of one of your arms. The guard with the pike looks up to the sky and laughs, saying, "So you want to see Nicodemus, do you? How would you like to see the inside of a dungeon cell instead? Guards, take this fool away to be shackled and throw away the key." How will you deal with this sticky situation? If you wish to allow the guards to take you away, turn to 151. Do we fight the guards, or do we bribe the guards? I will add a poll. Do we get taken, Liam Neeson style? Do we fight, or do we bribe? The poll has started now. There is no way you can 0-0-0 because somebody will vote and then somebody else will vote. And if you can absolutely balance the polls perfectly, I will replay the bouncer. It's launched right now. The controller's by my side. I'll tell you what this evening's going to be. This evening is going to be me playing City of Thieves and you guys failing to do anything. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to have a good evening. I'm going to have a... Did I get a haircut? Yes, I did. I'm going to have a good evening. I'm going to play a book. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to chat to you guys. I'm going to enjoy the process of watching you all fail. And I am a man of my word. If you are able to 100% perfectly balance to the person the vote, it'll happen. I mean, right now, there's 71, 71, 72, 73, 74, 76. The problem is that one of you will see it and think, oh, that's not balanced. I best click it. I best sort this out. I'll help. And then 2 more people click it. Everyone tries to help at the same time. Too many people help. You can't do it. Oh, that was a little bit too close for comfort. Fight and bribe were perfectly balanced, which means we now need to re-poll because of the rules of the book. The problem is that re-polling fight and bribe means the poll is about to start now, and there are only 2 things now. That's more worrying, okay? 3 votes... Not a problem. You can't do that. 3 votes, not a problem at all. 3 things that'll split the vote way too much. You can't do that, but you can probably do 3. The thing is, you've all saying don't vote, which means nobody votes. So then someone votes and everyone else panics and votes to try and balance out the person that votes. But because everyone panics, you all vote for one side and it surges forward. And then everyone votes for the other side, so it surges forward. Then the other side, so that surges forward. And then the more people vote, the less likely it is to balance itself. No, I'm not going to get out of your head. It's very obvious. You should add the ability to vote with channel points to break it further. No, that seems silly. You can't win. You literally can't win. I mean, right now you're on 133,136. Too many people. Let's elect 3 people in the chat to vote. That's it. You just get 3 people. 169, 157. Terrible, but bribing has won. We're going to bribe the guards. You tell the guards that you will make it worth their while if they release you and allow you entry into the city. How much will you offer them? 5 gold pieces, 10 gold pieces, or 15 gold pieces? Don't worry, there's going to be lots of polls, but you're not going to do it. How much? 5, 10, or 15? What do we offer them, guys? The poll is ready right now. I just want the book adventure. In that case, you've got to specifically vote against whoever's trying to balance it. You've got to vote to make sure that when it's nearly balanced, you're like, nope. Have you got a... Go. Cat's just not been great recently. She's okay. She's okay. She's safe. She's just not very well right now. Right, how much? 5, 10, 15, 33, 33, 34. You got close to balancing that one, but okay. Yeah, occasionally the cat walks around and she makes this kind of like meowing noise that means like, I need attention now. So we just have to go make sure she's okay. Sounded like a child. No, you don't need to investigate that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Mods block everyone from voting. That could work. That could work. Do you think these adventures are fun solo? Yeah, absolutely. I think genuinely enjoy playing these books. You play these books loads as a kid. Read through all of them. I had a fantastic time. 85, 89, 88, 85. You got close, but we're giving them 15 gold pieces. The 2 guards holding you look at each other, and then the other guard for a decision. He nods at them, and they release their grip on you. As you pay him 15 gold pieces, he gives you a piercing look and says, if Lord Azur finds out that you were in the city without a pass, you are as good as dead. I'd get one if I were you. As for Nicodemus, find him yourself. Repressing an urge to draw your sword, you turn and walk into the city. Through the main gates, you see that the rubbish-filled streets of the port are narrow and cobbled. Old and decrepit buildings line them closely, with their upper stories overhanging menacingly. Where would you like to go? West, down Key Street, north along Market Street, or east, down Clock Street? Thank you very much for the 100 bits, by the way. Remarkably kind of you. You're not going to balance it, so I don't... West? Do we go west or benorth? Oh, the lore for this stream is very deep, isn't it? So do we go direction? Do we go west, Key Street? Do we go north for Market Street? Or do we go east for Clock Street? Vote now. Now, if you're just joining the chat, allow me to explain the danger that this stream is being run with. If, at any point, you as a collective, as a hive mind, manage to perfectly balance the vote, not just to the percentage, but to the exact number of people that voted, whether it's a 2-person vote, a 3-person vote, a 4-selection vote, whatever, if you do that, I will pause the stream. Well, the stream will keep going. I'll pause the book. And I will replay the entirety of the bouncer before we carry on. It's not going to happen. Don't. This is what I mean, look, that's why everyone's trying to balance it. Everyone's like, oh, we're going to get so close. No, you're not. No, you're not. Twitch chat is the hive mind, is not a very smart one. Pretty much, yeah. You guys are a hive mind. Just there's not enough mind there to really do it. That's the thing. I mean, like, North Market is winning by loads right now. West Key Street is just... No, North Market just absolutely smashed it, 36%. We're going north along the Market Street. Walking north along the street, you see the entrance to a small herbalist's shop to your left. Looking through the window, you see a wooden counter with a pair of scales on it and many sacks of different herbs crowding the floor. There is a small archway leading out the back of the shop to another room. There is an open sign on the door, but the shop is empty. If you wish to enter the shop, turn to 250, or would you rather continue walking along North Street? So, let's just let's poll it again, because you guys are in charge of this adventure. Do we go in shop or continue along the street? Okay. Everyone in the chat that's like, hashtag no votes, hashtag no votes, doesn't work. Can't work. Because someone is going to vote, and then someone is going to vote in response to that, and then 10 people will vote in response to that, and then 100 people will vote in response to that. That's what will happen. And the ticker updates quicker than you can see. It updates quicker than I can see. Is that a new haircut? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I walked in and said, I have too much hair. Change this. Voting rights are revoked. Democracy doesn't work. I am living for the lazy content arc you've had. Hey, we're going to do some more lazy content, don't you worry. And the cat cam returns as the cat slowly just crawls back into her bed and gently falls asleep. Now, remember, the vote needs to be not just 50-50, but exact to the voter, to the number. Can we reduce concurrent voting, though? Well, you could try. I'm not going to help you, but you could try. I just don't think you could do it, because you're going to jump between 51, 49, 51, 49. 52% voted for going in the shop. Doing way too much. Enter the shop, 250. A small bell rings as the door opens, and a creature wearing a brown apron over his clothing hurries through the archway from the back room into the shop to stand behind the counter. He appears human-like, but has very ugly facial features and pointed teeth. You realize he is a crossbreed, half man, half orc. A sharp axe hangs from his belt to remind you that Port Blacksand is unlikely to be a friendly place in which to do business. What would you like to do? To inquire about the range of herbs, turn to 183. If you wish to ask if he knows of Nicodemus, turn to 342. Or to attack the man-orc, turn to page 5. I always seem to miss your streams. I was watching a clip and thinking, I wonder if Josh was streaming. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You cannot outsource the voting to the cat. That's not how this works. How you doing, Apollo? Got some dogs in the room as well. One dog outside. One dog just here. You can't see them, they're off camera, but I'm petting them. Okay, question. Here we go. Let's get another poll. Do we ask about herbs? Do we ask about Nico? Or do we attack the man-orc? We've started the poll right now. You're all like, dog, 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 dog. Hang on. Yes, there is dog. Come here, you. Yes. So, here is one dog. For those of you who are aware of who Piper is and how Piper works, Piper is the lick dog. Piper will clean me all the time, forever. She believes I require cleaning. This is how I style my hair. You doing good, Piper? Yep. You're very good. Yes, you're an adorable dog, and I love you too. Yes, thank you for the licks. This is good. Okay. Is it sleepy times now? Is it going to be chilling on the shoulder times? No chilling on the shoulder times. You're not. Let's have a look how that vote is going right now. I'll put Piper down. I'll have a look at this vote. It's close, but you're not going to do it. You can't balance a three-way vote. You've done it once in the entire history of this channel. Once. And it will not happen again. See, look at that. 76, 72, 72. Two of you managed. You know, you got herbs and Nico balance, but attack seems to be the winning one. To attack the man-orc. Drawing your sword, you leap over the counter to attack the man-orc, who swiftly grabs his hand axe. You quickly realize that the man-orc has used his weapon before. You must fight. Ooh, okay. So, he's got 6 stamina, 9 skill. I've got 20 stamina, 9 skill. We roll dice, add our skill, highest one wins, does some points of damage. That is, I think... Oh, 18 to 19. Damn, he hits me. Okay, we do it again. Okay, that also bad. Hit twice now. Yeah, I'm not gonna cheat, because everyone's always like, Josh, stop cheating. Okay, fine, I won't even cheat. Am I gonna beat him off again? Look, what I do in my free time is up to me, okay? If I want to jump on top of the man-orc, I can. Oh man, he is pounding me. That was not connected to what I said previously. That was like, I'm worried because he's getting a lot into me. No, not, he's like a lot of damage into... Just going to click the buttons. Jesus. Oh, man. He is ripping me apart from the inside. Not in that way. Okay, finally. There we go. I've managed to thrust back a little bit. One more. Can I finish him off? No. God damn. His stamina is ridiculous. Come on. Oh, gee. That one is cocked there. That was brilliant. By 1. Okay, he has managed to hit me 14 times. This is ridiculous. Am I going to die to the first fight in the game? If I die, we're just replaying the bouncer. You are dead. You made it to Port Blacksand, but were killed before you were able to locate Nicodemus and discover how to defeat Zanbar Bone. The folks of Silverton will have to wait for another hero to save them. No, the sound's not off. I just said that if I die in the book or if you make the wrong choices, I'll replay the entirety of the bouncer before we get back to anything else. Sound's not off. Sound's on. Sounds fine. Okay. Are you ready to get back to the book yet? No game sound. Oh, we can change that, don't worry. Sort that out for you. People are like, no, 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 no. Okay, hang on. It's just... Maybe it's time for a poll. There we go. Ball's in your court. Can you behave? The bouncer should be playing game sound. No reason it shouldn't be. I can double check. But no. Should be playing sound fine. Even put a little filter on for you. Turn this up. See what this goes to.
We've wasted enough time on them.
Yes, the English bit. Can you behave? Yes. 51% of you want the book back. This is good. This is good. It's okay. We'll skip. We'll choose Scion and we'll pause. Now, I'm not going to play the entire game because you didn't 50-50 it. Had you have 50-50'd it, you'd have actually managed to, unfortunately, force yourself to the entire game. But I want you to understand that I am not lying, and I am not... It's not an empty threat. It's a very full threat. You know, the threat is as full of threat as I was of that orc that killed me. That's how threatening this threat is. Just allow me to load up the Fighting Fantasy game again. The threat is real. You need to understand that. Because I have a feeling that some of you are not taking this as seriously as you should. Josh is trying to escape chat winning 50-50. I don't think you could do it. Okay, City of Thieves, let's resume. Seeing as we pretty much died there. It's okay, I'll sort this out. I've got all evening. You know, you guys take as long as you want. I've got all evening. It's not a problem for me. Let's just fit that to the screen. There we go. At the end. Let's go back to the start. You ready? Can we do the whole intro? I missed it the first time around. Yeah, sure. Why not? City of Thieves, we'll skip a bit. I'm not going to read the entire thing, don't worry. Adventure. Hardcore. Stamina. That's better. There we go. More stamina. We'll get it this time. Higher skill. Lovely. What high luck? You give me a good luck roll. That'll do. I'll take that. You didn't see that. You didn't see nothing. Take the potion of strength. We'll take that as well. Now we start. Try bringing a weapon. We lost with 20. 21 isn't much better. Yeah, I'll give you that. It wasn't bad. Let's just go back to where the first kind of choice was when we get into the city, and you guys have to make 3 choices for the guards. Because the guards themselves... How are we getting into the city? Do we tell the guard we wish to be taken to Nicodemus? Do we tell him we want to sell some stolen booty? Or do we attack him with our sword? Lorch says, can I have some luck for an Abbey whip? Yes, you can. You can. Your next drop will be blessed by Modash himself. That's how it will work. Now, if at any point you do manage to perfectly 50-50 to the person, any poll, I will replay the entirety of the bouncer in silence. And I will. I mean this. I very much mean this. Do we ask for Nico? Do we sell booty? Or do we attack? Now, we already know what asking for Nico achieves. So you have 1 minute to sort this out now. 1 minute. The deal was not in silence. Should the deal be in silence or not? Mute Mike? I could mute Mike. The silence will kill me. Just imagine that. One of the most watched streams on Twitch is just someone playing the bouncer in silence. If you were there, if that does happen, man, imagine the memes that grow from that afterwards. I love your streams, but if that happens, I'm going to bed. Trust me, if that happens, I'm going to bed. I'll just be slowly chilling on this chair, falling asleep, playing the bouncer in silence. I'll do that. Thank you, the cat is cute. Yes, if you perfectly balance any of the things, that is what will happen. The silent bouncer. Booty, it's too funny not to win. Apparently I am selling my booty. I didn't realise my OnlyFans was open, but apparently it is. The YouTube vids will be crap. Oh yeah, Visa would not know what to do with that, would he? He would have no idea. What is my favourite herb patch in RuneScape? I really like the one by the Ectofuntus. The one in Port Phasmatis. That's pretty cool. Right, I wish to sell some stolen booty. You tell the guard you wish to sell some silver chalices that you stole from a tavern in Silverton, and that you will pay him a gold piece for his advice as to where to go for the best price. The guard looks at you suspiciously, saying, "Let me have a look at these chalices in your backpack before I admit you." What will you do? To tell him that you know the chalices are cursed and should only be examined by a mage, turn to 381. If you want to run past him or attack him quickly, turn to these pages. Now, what do we do? What do we do? Do we tell him curse? Do we run past? Or do we attack quickly? You've got a poll going right now with 3 choices of voting. Is it the chalice from the palace with the brew that is true? No, it's the flagon with the dragon. That's the one. It's the pestle with the poison or something like that. What a good film that was. I really enjoyed that film. So we don't even have any chalices, that's true. I'm pretty sure we don't actually have chalices. So, do we tell him the chalices are cursed? Do we run past the guard into the main street, or do we attack him with our sword? Now, people seem to be very on board with telling him it's cursed. I'm going to guess there's a subset of people right now who are thinking, hey, I'm going to finish this book, and I'm going to vote the right way. And then there's another group of people who are saying, no, we're going to try and 50-50 it or 30-30 it. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You guys couldn't organize anything because you can't organize 50-50 in this chat. Come on. I'm trying to, incense you, incite you to rage. Do it. Tell him it's cursed. Tell him it's cursed. The guard frowns and says, a likely story, I'm sure, but I suppose you're just the same as the rest of the city. You may enter at your own peril or buy my advice for 3 gold pieces. Do we buy the guard's advice, or do we ignore him and head into the city? So, Paul, do we ignore and head in, or do we buy advice? What are we doing? Ignore the guard and head into the city, turn to page 74. Or buy the guard's advice for 3 gold pieces, turn to 261. I'm playing as close to D&D as I can. I'm playing the book. Yes, we are playing the book together. Do you guys want a little little secret, little behind-the-scenes knowledge of the next Was It Good. Okay? Dungeons and Dragons Online. And you know what? Played it for about a day so far. It's pretty good. That's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to get. Okay, just a little bit, but I played it 6 or 7 hours in. I'm sitting back, I'm thinking, this is okay. I quite like this. Right, do we ignore his advice and head in? 105 people. 105 people say, by advice, if everyone stops voting, like right now, you'd probably balance it. But you're not going to do that. You're going to keep trying. If we have to replay the bouncer, it won't be in silence. I will talk. 122 to 119 by advice. 3 people in it. 3 people. Let's try it again. Is it worth the long download? Personally, yes. It's like a cross between Lord of the Rings Online and Guild Wars 1. That's what I think it is anyway. Right, we're going to buy his advice. This city is ruled by Lord Azur, and he is a cruel man. When you preside over the chaotic inhabitants of Port Blacksand, you have to be mean, and he's the meanest. I should warn you that if you are found without a pass, you're as good as dead. I would get one, if I were you, pretty quickly. He then makes a sweeping gesture of his arm as you walk past him into the city. Through the main gate, you see that the rubbish-filled streets of the port are narrow and cobbled. Old and decrepit buildings line them closely, with their upper stories overhanging menacingly. Where would you like to go? West, down Key Street. North, along Market Street. I've noticed you, Stoner, it's okay. Or east, down Clock Street. What do we do? Remember, if you manage to balance the polls perfectly, you will win a prize. Do we go west for Key Street? Do we go north for Market Street? Or do we go west down Clock Street? They are your choices. You have west for Key Street, north for Market Street, or east for Clock Street. That's, of course, east, but I spelt it wrong. Now, some of you are thinking, I'm just going to vote the balancer. If you balance the vote, you win a special prize. If you've just joined, don't tell them what the prize is. Okay? They have to just discover it for themselves. They have to be there. Where's the orc? The orc was, I can't remember. Was it Market? No, north. I'm sure the orc was north. It's more based on 3.5. Yeah, I mean, D&D Online was so far from what I've played, okay. Is the prize the best experience? No, the prize, to be honest, the prize will be my shock that you've been able to organise yourself. The prize is chest cam. Wow, if you ask nicely, I'll get the chest cam anyway. 1,400 people currently watching. Can we balance west, north, and west? Currently, they're all on 83, which is 89, 88, 86. Oh, it was close. There's about 300 of you odd voting on these things, but we're going west down Clock Street. Walking along the narrow street, you see a man wearing tattered rags sitting in the gutter. His head rests on his hands, and he looks thoroughly miserable. If you wish to stop and talk to him, turn to 331. Or if you would rather continue walking east, turn to 161. Oh, I'm just tired of you guys trying to do this. It's almost like watching a bunch of toddlers in kind of primary school or play school try to build something out of Lego. One of them tries really hard to organize all the rest, and everyone else just toddles off and does their own thing. It's fascinating in a way. Do we stop and talk, or do we continue west? You have 1 minute to vote right now. Cam's like, all right, boys, let's organize. We got this. You haven't, all right? You absolutely haven't. The reason that I'm so comfortable with all of you, with inciting you, if anything, to rage, you might have picked up that I'm being a bit more harsh than usual, a bit more abrasive than usual. I'm doing it on purpose, because if you aren't able to organize, it's going to incite you, and you're going to come back for the next stream, and it's going to repeat viewership. And if you are able to organize, I look really foolish. To me, that's a win either way. Stop and talk, 51%. Continue west, 49%. What if it's 50-50 naturally? It won't. You won't be able to do it. This has to be the only stream where community and streamer hate each other wholeheartedly. Thank you. That does mean a lot to me, actually. That really does mean a lot to me. If you are able to perfectly 50-50 it, not just to the percentage, but to the number of exact votes, 143 to 136. That was so close. I could see a few of you in chat getting really excited. We are just going to continue west. The street makes a sudden left turn and continues north as far as you can see. However, you notice that round the corner, the houses are much bigger, with doorways some 4 meters high. On the left side of the street, you notice that the door to one of those houses is open. Do you wish to enter the house, or do you wish to continue northwards? Do we enter house, or continue the north? Now, for those of you who have just joined the chat, allow me to explain the stakes. I will play through this book with whatever instructions you give me. But if you perfectly 50-50 or 33% a vote, not just to the percentage, but to the exact number of votes, I will stop the book and replay the entirety of the bouncer on stream before we continue the book. That is a threat. And I do intend to follow through on it. Absolutely 100% yes. That will happen. And the reason I am so confident in making this threat is you won't be able to balance a poll. There's too many of you and you're not organised. What's Benorth? Benorth is a spelling mistake that I made once by hitting the B key, seeing as B is next to the N on the keyboard, and nobody has ever let me forget it. So instead of saying north, I now just say Benorth because it's there. Let's get organised, stop the count. The problem is, what'll happen is, it gets to like 1 vote over, and then someone votes for the other side, but 5 other people have already done that, so everyone votes for the other side, then everyone votes for the other side back, and there's going to be a bunch of people right now waiting for the last second, and then all voting on like the top one or something just to skew the votes. I guarantee that's going to happen. 112, yeah, look, see, 112 to 102. There is a bunch of people waiting for the last second just to vote on one of them to skew it, which means now there's got to be a bunch of people waiting for the other one, which will skew it too far the other way. You can't do it. Let's go in the house. You enter the large room with brown walls and a straw-covered floor. There is a musty smell hanging in the air, which reminds you of the dirty old cave trolls that live on the northern borders. In the middle of the room is a table made from half a barrel, with some roughly made stools round it. A high archway leads through the room to the back of the house, from where you hear a low, murmuring voice. If you want to walk through the archway, turn to 178, or if you wish to leave the house and continue north, turn to the other one. Right. Another poll then. And every time, here's what I love about the polls. It's hope for you. And there is nothing more beautiful for me than seeing hope taken away from you. It's nectar. It's ambrosia. Fills me up with happiness to see all of you guys so hopeful and so ready and so, oh my God, we're going to do it. And then at the last minute, no. Oh, it's beautiful. Do we go walk through archway, or do we leave house? That's what we're going to do. He really was a teacher. I am reclaiming the years that I spent teaching unappreciated by gently abusing Twitch chat. And you know what? It's working. It's good stuff. I'm feeling it so far. It's making me happy. It is sustaining me. It's sating me. What about your simps who want the same as you? Oh, they're beautiful people. All of them. All 3 of them. All great people. The problem is, of course, 3, odd number. Not going to balance it anyway. Always vote for the most boring option. Joke's on you, I'm into that. I wouldn't call this gentle. I mean, the orc wouldn't from earlier either, but here we are now. It's just fun watching you guys try and do it, because right now there's a load more people voting for walk through the archway. There's hundreds of people who voted for walk through the archway, but leave house has only just gone to 101. It waits till the last minute, and then there's like this boost of people that do it. I'm watching it. I'll be honest, at first I was nervous, and then I was like, 146 to 138, not even close, walk through the archway. The archway leads into a large room, in the center of which crouches a human-like creature some 3 meters tall. He looks very worried and is muttering to himself. The lumps on his face are the distinguishing marks of an ogre. What would you like to do? Do we attempt to speak to him? Do we attack him with our sword? Or do we leave the house? What do we do? Ooh, hang on. What do we do is not a canon. Someone just said bone him. Not that type of stream. Do we talk, attack, or leave? You can't even balance a two-way vote. There's no way you can do it with 3. Roll to seduce. No, you can't do that. That's not allowed. You can try. This not being that type of stream implies there is a type of stream that is that type. Depends what mood I'm in. Depends how I'm feeling. Alright, let's see how this poll's going again. You all should coordinate where you mass vote. Who brought the cave troll? Wow. Damn, you guys are bad at this. 46% are currently voting talk. Only 29% on attack and leave. God damn. I honestly expected better of you. I expected better. There's a dog on the floor. I would pick her up and you can have a dog on the stream as well, but you don't deserve that. This book was the first book I bought. It's an amazing book. Talk. You wish to talk. Come here, you. You want to chill and hang out with me for a minute? Oh, is it licky time? Okay. Before you're able to speak a word, the ogre's voice booms out saying, "Somebody has stolen all my food. Will you give me some of yours?" If you wish to give the ogre some of your food, you will lose 2 provisions. Do we share our food, or do we refuse his request? What are you doing? Oh, I know what you're doing. You're cleaning me, as you always do. It's okay, you can hang out here for a second, Piper, that's fine. Right, what do... Yes, thank you. Let's do another poll to work out what do we... Do we share? Oh, we're going for the neck, are we? Okay. Do we share the food? Or do we not? Share the food. Guys, vote now. You have 1 minute. Do we feed the trolls? Or do we not feed the trolls? Now, I've worked on the internet a long time. I know that you don't feed the trolls, but what do you think? Let the dog vote. I wish I was the dog. Well, you know, as soon as my OnlyFans gets kicked up and into gear, sure we can make something happen. That's an ogre, not a troll. Oh yeah, it's an ogre. Yeah, feed the ogres. Feed the ogres is fine. What else do we do? Have we given up entirely? Apparently, I mean, look at you. 58% voting for share food. I bet there's a subset of people in here who are just voting for the top option every time. I bet there are. I mean, I'm not voting. I can't be bothered. That's way too much effort. Can you imagine if I voted and the one time I voted is when it balanced? That would be awful. Chest camp locks. Get back into Hassan's chat. No, it's okay. They can be here. Are some of you from Hassan's chat? Are you fans of Hassan? I can make this more of a... If you're a fan of Hassan, allow me to just make this a bit more of a stream that you're used to. There we go. That was the authentic Hassan experience. I'm glad that you're glad that you would appreciate that. Okay, what was the share? 54% of you want to share. Let's do this. Share the food with the ogre. The ogre gulps down the food in no time at all. Licking his lips, he turns to you and tells you to get out of his home. Do you want to obey the ogre? Or do we want to draw our sword and attack the ogre? Leave again. I want to see the chair stream. Look, we're not doing a reaction stream. That's... I mean, I could just stick on a JXE video, just let that play through it in its entirety. That'll work. I'm sure Dark Viper has an entire series on reaction content. We could just let that play all the way through for the irony. Okay, what are we doing? Are we... That was a bit rude. We gave him some food and now he's like, get out the house. Do we leave or do we attack? What do we do? It was just terrible. It was, you know, we walked in, he said, hey, give us some food. We gave them some food. And then they'd like, hey, leave, get out. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works at all. Someone said save the game. Yeah, I probably should save the game, actually. No, bookmarks. I'll place a bookmark here in case any of you decide to fail this. Now, have you given up 50-50ing entirely? Because like 69% of you right now are saying attack. If you can perfectly balance any of these polls to the person, I will stop the game and replay the bouncer. It's a real threat, but I also don't think I'm going to be following through on it. I just can't see you guys being useful in that way. Organising. Sin, thank you very much for the Prime sub, by the way, along with Excenter, thank you as well. I've always said, guys, if you've got Amazon Prime and you want to throw me the Prime sub, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. It's totally okay. I will stream no matter what. Attack. 61% want to attack. Let's do it. Let's attack the Ogre. The Ogre looks unimpressed by your aggressive action and, picking up a large bone as a weapon, lumbers towards you. Right, so I've been pounded by an orc and now I'm going to be boned to death by an ogre. Fantastic. 9 stamina, 8 skill. Let's do this. I do not like how this has started. Okay, both miss. That's fine. That's good. There we go. See, I hit him. This is good. Keep fighting. He hits me. That's bad. Just need to, you know, hit him a few more times or he hits me. This is okay. This is okay. That's good. Yeah, I'll take that. That's more to me. Oh, yeah, we got this. This is in the bag. This is, mate. This is in the bag. Whoever wanted to bone the ogre? Well, it's boning time. Then he boned all over everyone. Okay, that's good. Again, oh yeah. Okay, we got this. Absolutely fine. That's maybe not as fine. Oh, no, it still was. Still good. Check us out. You are triumphant. The ogre's room is full of clutter and discarded bits of paper. It does not appear to have been tidied for years. Rummaging through the jumble, you find a polished wooden box with a hand made of white shell inlaid on the lid. The box is locked, and you cannot find the key to open it. Should we smash it open with our sword, or do we just leave the house? If you 50-50 this poll, I will replay the bouncer. Do we smash, or do we leave? A question that many people have asked themselves. Do we smash, or do we leave? Now, I think a lot of you are thinking, we should smash. Not we. Rephrase that. I don't mean a lot of you. I think. Give me a second. Okay. A lot of you viewing right now are thinking we should pick the option in the game which smashes the box open. You're not thinking we should smash. You might be. We're going to move on. We're going to just see how that poll's looking. Okay. Hundreds of you want to smash. That's what's happening right now. 200 people want to smash. Goodness me. It's a hefty requirement of stamina. Okay, let's smash it open. People are like, no, you were right the first time. It's fine. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. The box shatters and you see 2 gems, 15 gold pieces, and a white silk glove lying amidst the broken pieces of wood. Do we try on the glove? Or do we just take the gems and gold pieces and quickly leave? So, poll. We have smashed, but do we now put on a glove? And don't let your mind go there. This is a book. Do we put on a glove, or do we take gold? There we go. I mean, so far this is sounding very much like an evening, like an eventful evening. We met, we smashed the box, we put on a glove, I took some money and we left. That's how you do it. It's just the life we live. Don't you normally put the glove on before you smash? Don't tell me how to live my life. Did you accidentally start a fisting fantasy book and not a fighting? No, this is just fighting erotic fantasy. That's what it is. Is this the lusty Argonian maid? Don't tempt me, because I will read that. I absolutely will. I've already got the bouncer loaded up in the background, just in case. Remember? Just in case. The threat's there. Don't even remember the story. We take 1 hour per question. He downloaded the wrong book. Right, 69% of you want to put on a glove. Fantastic. Let's do that then. 66%. Let's do it. Try on the glove. As you slide your hand into the glove, it seems to come alive and cling tightly to your hand. Then it changes texture and becomes hot, and you feel as though your hand is covered with burning tar, which you are unable to take off. Mercifully, it cools down, but a thin white film remains on your hand, making it difficult to open and close. You lose 2 skill points. Cuss. Leave the house and head to the north. So we shoved the hand in, it got too hot, ended up covered in a thin white film, and now we leave. Wherever your brain went, walk back. Retreat. A couple of paces backwards. Back in the book. Let's carry on. On the right-hand side of the street, you see a large wooden barrel and a small boy sitting beside it on a stool. Do we talk to the boy or keep walking north? What do we do? Do we talk to boy or walk north? What do we do? Boned, smashed, white stuff on hands. Are we sure this is the right book? Unfortunately, yes. It really is. Ignore the boy. We cannot kill the boy. Unless his name is Timmy. If his name is Timmy, I'll be genuinely shocked. I don't know if it is or isn't. Now, I still don't believe that you guys are going to be able to 50-50 a vote effectively ever again. I mean, I know that given a long enough timeline, everything happens again at some point. I just don't think you're going to be able to do it in the next year or two. It ain't going to happen. I mean, we've been streaming for an hour. You've come close to 50-50ing once, and then everything else was just messed up. There is a small cabal of people that is a Poem for Your Sprog reference. I do love a good Poem for Your Sprog, but it's a reference to the Dungeons and Dragons group that I run that always kills people called Timmy. Always. Oh, that was close. 132 to 128. That was very close. Walk north. The street makes a sharp turn to the left and continues west for some distance. Turning the corner, you are suddenly jumped on. Oh. By 3 short, stocky assailants who are hiding down an alley. 2 grab your legs, and 1 tries to knock you out with a cudgel. Test your luck. You are lucky. You needed a luck score of 11 or below, and you rolled a 3. We are lucky. All right. Jumped on by three people, and we're about to get lucky. Fantastic. You manage to duck to avoid the blow. As the cudgel swings through the air above your head, you punch the dwarf holding it. He lets out a scream and drops the cudgel. Feeling his bleeding nose and seeing the blood on his hands, he screams again and runs off. Greg, I can only respect the level of disdain you have for your audience. Thank you. It's taken a long time to get here. The other 2 dwarves holding your legs realize that you are not an easy victim and run off after their fellow robber. If you wish to chase them down, turn to 221. If you wish to set off west again, turn to 396. What do we do? Let's poll it again. Do we chase the dwarf, or do we go west? Do we chase the dwarf, or do we go west? The cat cam is live, by the way, in the bottom right. I can just put my hand in front of it now. See, it's not a static image. The cat is just having a nice little snooze, a little sneep. I think we're pretty easy. We've smashed everything we've seen. Yeah, so far. So far, you guys have had exactly 1 job. One focus, and I appreciate that. We cannot smash the dwarf. Well, maybe. You know, maybe they're into that. I don't know. We'd have to chase them and find out. Oh, guys, do you want to know something? Okay, something impressive. Something about me. It's about me, so of course it's impressive. I was featured in a video. Rye says, nah. All right, Rye. Well, you know what? Fine. Fuck me then. You don't get the story. I was going to tell you a story, but you don't get it now. No. No, you've had your chance. You don't get that story anymore. I was going to tell you it. You don't get it. Chase the dwarf. 114 people want it. Let's do it. I'm glad you respect my wishes. You are the only person in the stream who is worth respecting right now. This entire stream is about giving you what you want. I hope you stay here because this... Hang on, I'm going to make you a VIP. That's what I'm going to do. Right, Hassa, I'm going to sort this out for you. Hang on. You're about to be fully VIP'd up and everything. You've had 9 messages in the chat. That's a lot of messages. That's a lot of messages right now. We'll sort this out for you. Get this wrong. I could just block you instead. No, I'm not going to do it. Hang on. There you go. Okay, cool. Try talking now. You got a little diamond next to your name. Stop toying with my emotions. Done. So you got diamond and everything. You're going to get diamond, but I will ban you by the end of the stream. That's what's going to happen. Enjoy the rest of the stream. That's it. That's all you're getting. We're chasing the dwarves, aren't we? Chase the dwarves down. The alley is narrow and dark and runs south some 20 meters before coming to a dead end at a wall. The dwarves are nowhere to be seen. You start walking slowly back up the alley when suddenly a large net falls on you from above. It is weighted and you stumble to the ground completely entangled. Then you become aware of the 3 dwarves standing above you, chuckling to themselves. Their hands reach through the netting and you watch helplessly as they rummage through your backpack. They seem interested only in your gold. Eventually they walk off and leave you to wriggle free. You have lost all your gold. You lose 2 luck points. Returning to the street, you turn left and head west. Thanks, guys. We just got mugged by a bunch of dwarves. On the left side of the street is a flower shop. The window is filled with exotic and colourful flowers. Do we enter the shop or keep walking? What do we do? Do we? Oh, I keep typing do we instead of Paul. Do we enter shop or keep walking? The poll has started now. Remember, the threat is always there. If you 50-50 a poll exactly to the person, I will pause the book and replay the entirety of the bouncer before resuming the book. And don't think I won't, because the bouncer is currently running on my PC just in case. That is meant to dissuade you from voting. However, it seems to be having the opposite effect and, for some reason, encouraging an attempt at balancing. Of course, I'm aware of what I'm doing, and the reason I'm doing it is because there can be no feeling of failure without first there being the spark of hope. And there is nothing more sustaining to me than watching the spark of hope go out in your eyes. 138, 137. You can't do it. Okay, keep walking. Let's do it. There is another shop on the left side of the street. An iron grill over the window prevents you from seeing what kind of shop it is. You try the handle on the door, and it turns. Do we enter this secret shop? Or do we continue west? I actually didn't vote on that one. I have genuinely never voted. Even if I did, I voted exactly the same time that you vote. I can't see it. If we really want to 50-50 vote on chronological order of the first letter of the name, no, that wouldn't work. The best way to 50-50 it, guys, would be for you to decide whether you're voting top or bottom, no matter what the answer is, and then, depending on how close the previous vote gets, work out how many more people need to vote top or bottom. That'd be like the mathematical way to do it. Everyone's like, no one vote this time, guys, no one vote. I'll tell you what you sound like when you say no one vote. You sound like a bunch of primary school kids in a playground trying to organize a game that like 3 of them know how to play and 400 people are getting involved in. That's what it is. There's like one person going, guys, do this, don't do this, no, don't do this. And then like 3 or 4 other people being like, oh no, but you do that, but don't do this. No one is ever going to go for the don't vote option. But I really appreciate your energy at trying to make it happen. Do we enter the shop or do we go west? What do we do? Josh, don't vote. I've never voted. I genuinely have never voted. I don't need to vote because I don't need to mess you up. You are already failing enough without me. I have fully embraced my inner supervillain. I am monologuing. I really am. This is like a factory worker struggling against a union. Yeah, but you're not united. You're not united at all in anything. You visited my playground when the 90s were there. Obviously, yeah. I was playing Pokemon in the playground in the 90s. I was cool. I was hip. Do we restart if we hit exactly 50-50? Oh, it's so much worse. So the latest video that I put out on the JoshStrifePlays channel was a complete review of the Bouncer for PlayStation 2. The answer is the game is terrible. If you manage to perfectly 50-50 a vote, and I mean to the person, not just to the percent, I will pause the book, replay the entirety of the Bouncer while complaining about it the entire time, and then get back to the book. And the reason I can make that is because you cannot... Oh, fuck. Turn the game sound up. Shut up. I might doze off during this. That's fine. It's totally understandable. Play better. Shut up. Play better. It was going to be a fun book stream, and you were like, I'm going to make Josh play the Bouncer, because we...
Guess we don't need tickets.
I guess we don't need tickets. Oh, he's so funny. I'm going to repeat every line. You know, I'm not even going to let you watch the cutscenes, which are the good bits. You don't get that.
Not getting paid.
You don't get the cutscenes. You're not allowed the cutscenes anymore. You don't get the cutscenes. All you get is the gameplay. That's it. Don't be petty. Mate, I'm replaying the entirety of a shit PS2 game because you guys couldn't not balance a poll. This is the epitome of petty. But I shall continue to be petty. You've earned the cutscenes. The cutscenes will make this a 2-hour stream. Whereas currently... you're only going to be forced to endure a 20-minute stream. Oh my god. There we go. If we balance the next poll, we get cutscenes. Bro, the rendering effects. Hey, look. Okay? fully power up Scion first. It's so short, maybe we can do it again. The bouncer is really short, to be fair. 20 minutes with this quality of gameplay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'd be faster if I was better at it. That's what she said. Shut up. This game is awful, just like chat. Pretty much. You could have had more book, but you didn't. Is this a sponsored segment? Nobody would pay for this. I'm actively losing viewers doing this. Nobody in their right mind will go, hey, you know what I'm going to give Josh money for? I'm going to make him replay the bouncer. I should have... You won, but at what cost? Yeah, grats. You guys did win. Well done. This is winning. Oh, Speeding, thank you for all the gift subs. Was that a mistake, or did you actually mean to? Did you look at this and go, well, no. Is it for the commitment? I hope it's for committed to the bit. Is that what it is? We didn't win, but you did lose. Yeah, I suppose, in a way, nobody won, did we? I hate the game. I think it's really boring. I think it's offensively bad. And if you owned a PlayStation 2 and bought this and were excited, I legit feel sorry for you. Like, that bad. That's how bad the game is. And not Sora is the worst player. Come on, not Sora. Okay. Yeah. I haven't... You haven't won, but I have lost. That's the best way to put it. What did I say? I said what I said, Sora. I said what I said. Does he control like a tank, or is that just you? If I do something really cool in the game, that's me. If I do something... If the game does something terrible, that's the game. Fry is gifting 50 subs. Thanks, Fry. See? I'm going to play the bouncer even harder now. You know what? Fry, do you want cutscenes? That's a question. I think Fry has earned that right. Do you wish for cutscenes, Fry? We just need to know whether you would enjoy them. Because so far you're the only... Yes. I haven't seen what Fry has said or not said, but I'm trying to look at the chat while also punching in the game. Fry is king, apparently. Now, I might even die at this. This is a weird-looking book. Yes, it is. I'm going to let the guys do some damage to her first.
Hey, come on.
One more kick or two. Come on. There we go. Took him down. Fry just dipped. Did Fry walk in and be like, have a good day, dude. Here's 50 subs. Enjoy it. And then just leave. Thanks. Appreciate it. Why is Knuckles on here? Don't question these things. Just understand this is how it works. We do need more life, otherwise... Boys, we're F rank now. OMG, I remember this game. Why? I'm sorry for your memory. Fry is a king. He saw me suffering. He wanted to help. Look, Josh, we agree the game is terrible. It's genuinely not enjoyable. But the situation as a whole is really funny. It's not. It's really not. It's funny for you. I'm hurting inside. New poll for anything. 50-50 again and back to the book. Okay, we could just do back to the book. That could happen. I think the only way we could do back to the book is... Have you seen how many cutscenes there are here? You're also hurting from laughing. I'm glad one of us is having fun. Cut the chatter. Indeed, do it. Can you see how many bloody cutscenes I'm skipping? I'm pretty sure it was in this box here. Nope. Okay, it's not in that box. Is it? Also, the game lingers for ages. It's not in that box? Maybe it's in this box. And then we can just skip it once you found it. It's fine. Not Sora also looks like Not Squall. Why is my face flickering? The game just does that to me. The game very much just does that to me. The garbage games made us... Yeah, you learn more from a failure than you do from a success. And I am a massive failure in this. So, not like in that way, but I've not started that sentence very well. I'm going to try again. I have failed in many ways, but in many others, I have failed less. This, however, is definitely a bit of a failure. Look at that. The fact that you can just immediately punch. Like, punching's a real thing. Like... No, they really did put some dumb stuff in the game. I mean, who hasn't been kicked and just ragdolled onto the floor? We've all been there. I love that Volt just literally throws himself at the enemy. That's the way he does it.
You ready?
Oh, quick note, guys. If at any point you hear any... This is the running bit. See? This is the running bit. Told you about this in the video. This is literally all it is. It's all the running bit is. Your biggest problem is you can't fit all the bouncer into a YouTube short for content. Do it. Visa, clip the entire playthrough of the bouncer into a short. We've put like a 1 hour playthrough. We've put a 1 hour reaction as a short. Okay, so, guys, if at any point you hear any of the other bouncers taunt the enemy, quickly press the taunt button and you will bouncer rush them all together. It's a secret attack that all the guys do together. It's just rare. And you can only do it when the computer has decided, effectively, to taunt. The bouncer rush. Saying I'm looking fresh. Well, thank you very much, dude. That's very kind of you. Welcome. There we go. And now we run down here. Bouncer Rush B. This is the game. They thought this would be a good game for some reason. Somebody made this. Somebody paid money for this to exist. You enjoying the music? What's the story? Are we a bouncer or are we just bouncing from somewhere to somewhere? It's a story of love, of loss. It's a tale of woe, of anguish, support, decisions, pain, loss, kicks, lots of kicks to the face, mostly kicks, more than anything else to be fair. Oh, you can juggle them 3 times. Now that's interesting, I didn't know that. Many kicks, yeah, lots of kicks mostly kicking. It's pretty much an entire story about kicking. Look at the bright side, I haven't got to suffer through this alone. I'm glad you've all come with me for this. Bouncer Rush! I'm pretty sure that would kill someone. Like, just straight up murder them. So, Ko knocked a dude back and Volt held him up. And then Scion just runs up and actually kicks his head off. Is that what happened just then? Did we just straight up murder a guy? I think we did. Okay, they're all dead now. We just straight up murdered someone. That was murder. That's just knocking someone unconscious. After you finish, you'll probably have the speedrun world record for the game. I really hope not. I don't want to be known for any of this, to be honest. One game that gave me pain was called Tech War. You know what? The game that I played that was the worst that I've ever played was called Demon Summoner. And I will replay it at some point. Demon Summoner on PS2. It was awful. Absolutely goddamn awful. But I will at some point try and find it and replay it again. That will happen. Josh, have you used all the unlockable characters? I've unlocked them all before. Let's play. Do you assume Matt Damon? Yeah, you pretty much should have Matt Damon there. Am I playing the bouncer? Only as like a forfeit, because you guys couldn't behave. I don't want to play the bouncer, but you guys could not be trusted to not be dicks. So I had to say that if you vote 50-50 on a poll, I will pause the book and replay the entirety of the bouncer. And you voted 50-50 on a poll, because you were like, oh, it's going to be really funny, you won't really do it. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Which of these 3 is the bouncer? I think, in a way, we are all the bouncer on this blessed day. New series, Was I Wrong? every video would just be me saying no. Everyone. I respect your commitment to your word. Thank you. Thank you. I am nothing if not my commitment. The real bouncer was the friends we made along the way. The bounces that we made. You know when I said there's lots of loading screens, did you guys realize this is how many loading screens there are? There are so many loading screens. I might need to buy some moves for Scion because he's bad. Oh, you can actually hit 3 times, provided you time it right. If I time this right, I can hit them twice and then kick them once in the air. You can only kick dogs on the floor, though, so that's the way we do that. Yes! What? No! No, I'm not going to kick a dog's head off. Just punted the dog. Oh no! Oh, I'm going to get Peter on me now. Oh, that's not great. Someone just said no, Piper. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that I just did that to the dog. That was not my intention. Such devastation. That was not my intention. RSPCA, open up. Oh, the poor dog. Cancelled. Someone said Peter. Yeah, not PETA, just some guy I know called Peter. That's all that's going to happen. Just someone I know, just a friend. It's alright, we'll do it to Mugetsu instead. It's okay, hang on, hang on. This is a boss fight, so I've got to really pay attention because this is... If I die, I've got to redo that. Hang on, I should probably just... Yeah, I'll just save that to slot 1. Because as funny as this is, I really don't want to redo the entire thing. Can you imagine? I want to kill all the side enemies because you get experience for doing that. Yeah! Oh, chain bonus, sweet. Oh no, hang on, Mugetsu's doing his badass thing. I've pretty much got to hit this guy to get the, Oh no, okay, Volt gets it, that's fine. I love that Scion uppercuts people in the junk so hard they fly 10 feet in the air. It's just the way he lives. Explosive kick made by rolling to build up momentum. Wide range spinning squat attack. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just save up until we get that, shall we?
I'm not gonna lose anyone else.
Yeah, imagine how much hate and sadness you would feel if you bought a PS2 and the first game you got was the bouncer. Like, I don't know the best way to tell someone that you hate them, but giving them a PS2 with the bouncer definitely seems like the closest method that I've found so far. Like, if I want to really genuinely tell someone that I've just got a deep loathing for them, this would be it. My first PS2 game was The Matrix. Man, I'm sorry. Stupid Duragon. That's what you get for having feet. Okay, I'm going to lose this fight, so I'm just going to save it here quickly. Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm going to wait for... Yes! Oh! Oh, you can't do the special moves onto bosses! What the hell? You cannot do the special bouncer triple attack onto a boss. Did Volt just beat the boss again? I swear to God, everything is just Volt beating the boss. Okay, this is a Volt playthrough now. Volt is just doing this. Is that a Panther? Yes, it is. My first PS2 game was Metal Gear Solid 2. You made a good choice. You made a very good choice right there. Yeah, this is Volt just wrecking it. He is living his best life, taking all of it. Was that really a Panther? Yes, it was. And then we skip all of these cutscenes. Volt is the new protagonist. Can't believe the system that ran this also ran Zone of the Enders too. Zone of the Enders was so good. I really did enjoy Zone of the Enders. Final Fantasy X was my first PS2 game. Ratchet and Clank. You guys are naming some badass games. Ratchet and Clank was excellent. This is the exploration bit. You guys ready? Ready to see some exciting exploration? Ground sweep, ride range, spinning, squat kick. I'm getting it. Let's see how we do it. Oh, we've ranked up. We're better now. Ratchet and Clank 1 was brilliant. I might even do that for the next Was It Good? Who knows? Extra skills. Extra ground sweep, ES plus L. That's fine, I can do that. That's quite easy. That's literally just hold L1 and press X. Hang on, we'll see what we can do for this. Oh, you can't do moves here because this is the exploration bit. You know when I said there's like a random bit where you explore? This is it. There's loading screens between each room, and this is how big the room is. You ready? That's it. That's the room. I told you, if you that room was tiny. I told you, if you 50-50 a vote on purpose, I will replay the entirety of the bouncer. And you thought it'd be really funny to 50-50 a vote. Oh god, is this the attack? Wow. Well, we've bought it now. What a thrilling game. What a phenomenally good game. Oh yeah. You know how to fight the trash can. Your regular kick is better. People who are subscribing, why? I mean, don't get me wrong. Appreciate it. But I am curious. What makes you look at this and go, yeah, this is what I want? Because for some reason, Nomura is... Yeah, for some reason, they can still make games. Where am I going? Like, it did not take me this long last time. That's what she said. No time for fun. No, we must do this properly. We must go through. Conference room, elevator. Yes, the elevator. Let's do this. This is the second monitor content I was looking for. Pity sub. Thank you. Yes, pity sub. Very much. What's in here? General Affairs Department? I want very specific. What's in here? Is that a... Can we go that way? No, apparently not. Oh god, the camera. Okay, come on. This has got to be it. Got to be some ninjas here now. Oh my god, this kick is amazing. We should have bought this so long ago. This is the greatest attack in the entire game. Oh, no way! Oh, we just wrecked these... Oh, okay, we got hit. But in general, that was working so well. I love it. It's amazing. Let's just try kicking. That's easier. That's so much better. There we go. Done. Now we've finished some stuff off. We've finished some ninjas off. That's what I thought we were going to do with today. Let's get some more life for the bosses, because, you know, we're going to get hit hard in a second. Let's just save the game. Where do you go from here? We came in from that way, didn't we? Did we go this way? I think we go this way. Elevators? Do we go down the hall? Have I genuinely got lost? I didn't even think you could go the wrong way in this bit. First time I played it, I just ran through. I'm like, right, yeah, this is the way that I should go. Okay, general affairs, warehouse, elevator. This way? No, apparently not. All the loading screens. Yeah, they're really disorienting, aren't they? I cannot work out which way it's wanting me to go. This way brought me to the ninjas, which means it's got to be this way. Is that the guy from Kingdom Hearts? Everyone will keep asking that forever. It was the same character designer. The same dude designed it. Did you say I'm failing my speed run? Oh, if I'm failing my speed run, mate, that means we've just got to restart. You know, I'm not failing the speed run. We've got to restart the whole thing. Is that what you want? Is that what would make you happy? What's in here? Oh, there we go. This is the computer room. You go up the steps and you find the PC. I'm still not there. You like, I don't know, maybe a poll? If you 50-50 this, I will restart with the vault. There you go. It's got to be exact 50-50 though, to the person. To the exact person. If you want me to just play, I just get through this. If you get it perfectly, we restart with Vault. You won't get it. Can we do this? No, you can't. You did it once. And don't get me wrong, I was impressed that you managed it once. Don't get me wrong, that was very impressive. The question is, doing it twice? Highly unlikely. Oh yeah, got them all down. Sweet, check that out. You can't do it twice because I've just leveled up this dude and everything, see? We've pretty much got all his attacks. Yeah, know what I'm doing now. Oh, hang on, missed this dude. Yeah! Alright, I've got this. I've got oh, no. 159, 153, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. I'll give you one more chance before the final boss, okay? One more chance. That'd be an interesting speed run, Doug style. Can I beat the bouncer before Twitch chat is able to 50-50 balance a poll? That would be interesting. I think, yes, I could. Nobody vote. You know, we'll vote after every boss or so. If there's a bit of boss, we can vote. That seems fair to me. Boss equals vote. We skip everything. We voted for the restart, though. You promised to abide by the poll. No, you have to 50-50 it perfectly. You have to perfectly 50-50 this. Where the heck am I now? Can't believe you can skip that cutscene. That's ridiculous. I'm not tilted. You're tilted. Shut up. How dare. You have to read Project A2.
Dominique.
That gets you a Dominique thing. Then you get attacked by someone. Skip that. Enemies appear. All these flavors and I choose to be salty. Well, I was having fun playing the book. You know, I was having a great time. I was really enjoying the book. And you were like, hey, I know what'd be fun. Let's replay knockoff Kingdom Hearts. Not here for the game, I'm here for the handsome face and the occasional lunge. I will lunge so hard once we've finished this. I missed book gameplay. Don't worry, book gameplay will return. Promise. Book gameplay will definitely return. You're such a snarky instigator. Yes, I am. Those ninjas look like they're into BDSM. What they do in their free time is up to them. Don't question them. Okay? Just allow them to be who they are. What a great little bit of gameplay running from A to B. Okay. Will this floor kick just cheese the Panther fight? Oh, no. So close, though. Like, really close to it. There we go. Done the Panther fight. Why is the Panther made of oil? Don't ask questions you do not want to know the answers to. Because the Panther is actually a person called Chaldea, who Sora Sora is not Sora, was it? Scion. Even I'm getting them confused now. Oh my god. We woke up the cat. Actually, the cat was woken up by... Pay attention to the cat cam. The cat was woken up by the dog that is asleep on my feet just there. There is a dog asleep on a big plushie, and then a cat in the corner over there. There are 2 animals under this table right now. You jealous? You best be. Double animal. Alright, let's... Oh my god. Yeah, the spinny kick here. It's just... Oh, I was going to say this is the one, but apparently it isn't. Yes! Oh, there we go. The spinny kick works. Jeez. These guys are not messing around, are they? Oh, double! Okay, Mugetsu, I did actually kill him that time. Your teammate looks like a WWE wrestler. He is! That was his, that was what he used to do in his free time. Josh loves being a Beyblade. I just want to let it rip. That's all I want to do. That's my true passion in life. We're going to get back to the book, don't worry. We're going to get... Volt and Co are fighting for their lives and I'm just spinning around on the floor. What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. I was playing the Fighting Fantasy book. And I was enjoying playing the Fighting Fantasy book. I was having a good time. And everyone kept trying to 50-50 the vote. You know, just for funsies, because if it's 50-50, I can't make a choice. I don't know how to proceed with that. So I said, look guys, if you 50-50 this vote, purely out of principle, I will replay the entirety of the bouncer. And for some reason, you thought it was a good idea to 50-50 the vote. And you did. So, I'm now, instead of playing the book, going to finish all of this game. You know what? You don't even need to kill these enemies. You just need to run past them. Oh yeah, hang on. I did say that if you 50-50'd it again, I'd restart. And we've just had a boss, haven't we? We have just had a boss. So, that does involve a poll. If you 50-50 this, can you organize? No. No. Alright, cool. If you 50-50 that poll that I've just put in chat, I will restart the entirety of the game again. I don't think you can do it. Not at all. Quick, vote no. You won't do it. You hope I'm well? I am very well, thank you for asking. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying... I'm not really enjoying, but I'm here. Oh, you voted no when you should have voted no. And if you don't want me to be forced to replay the entirety of the game, maybe you should vote no. You've got to kill a few of these things because you need the points from them to level up. Remember, it's not got to be 50-50%. It's got to be exact to the person. Petcam is live. Look, see, my hand is right there and the cat is there as well. It's got to be exact to the person, not just to the 50-50%, to the person. 155, 151, you can't do it. Nice try, though. Nice try. Alright, we've got one more guard taken down. Now we'll just carry on running through this level. I don't really... Oh, the camera! Oh my goodness! Whoever programmed the camera, why do you hate? Just why do you hate? Why do you hate things? There we go, another kick done. Sorry, guys, didn't want it to restart. I mean, it's understandable. It's all that because you couldn't click no. You chose it. Wait, I'm the person, so the vote needs to... Yeah, you guys should have voted. If 2 people had voted no instead of no, that would have gone through as a yes. But you didn't vote no, you voted no. Which, as we know now, was a mistake. Is this where I pull out some serious bouncer skills and you guys are like, holy shit, Josh can actually play the game really well? Oh my god, he's actually really good at the game. Oh, I didn't realise that. Mate, don't look at that. Look at this. Oh man. Oh wow, who knows? Oh, he's really good at the game. Apart from the time I press the wrong button and do that. That's the right button. You've got to actually press the direction and then double kick to do that jumping kick, see? Look. Have you looked for an active speedrunning community for the game? Mate, you're looking at it. Fry, thank you for gifting 50 tier 1 subs. Why? Are you okay, Fry? Is it because I've committed to replaying all of the Bouncer? Are you impressed by that? Is this doing it for you, Fry? I mean, thanks, man. I very much appreciate that, but I am also slightly concerned. Fry, it's very kind of you. Are you sure you have that kind of money to waste on what I'm doing? Bro is insane. Yeah. We're down again. But no, Fry, thanks, man. That's very kind of you. I don't want to say I'll replay the Bouncer more because, let's be real, I'm not going to do that. But I'm glad that you're having a good time. You know, hey, man, I'm glad that you're looking at this and thinking, that is what I want. Was it for the kicks? Is that what impressed you? Were you like, holy hell, man, he's good at that, yeah. Fry, did you dropped 50 subs earlier, then you kind of like dipped for a bit, and then you came back and you were like, hey, I'm going to throw you a couple of 1,000 more. Horizontal flying kick using both legs. Let's get that. That sounds good. I'm going to get that. Oh, Fry, do you want the cutscenes or not? Please say no. Because, I mean, you just dropped like 100 subs, so I'm going to need to know whether you want these cutscenes or not. Because if you don't say yes, I will skip them. Apparently somebody gifted me a sub. Fry didn't... You're still there, Fry. Okay, Fry, do you want the cutscenes in this game or not? How long this playthrough is going to very much depend on what you say. Yes, to annoy the people.
We'll have to use that.
Hi, guys. We're watching every cutscene. I will remind you from where we are in the game. This game is about half an hour of cutscene remaining and about 15 minutes of gameplay. You guys are going to be forced to endure this. Fry, you're an agent of chaos, mate. Jump in, drops 100 subs. The only thing you say is like, play all the cutscenes. What game is this? This is the greatest beat 'em up ever made. This is the Bouncer. Should probably change the Twitch category that I'm in, but I'm going to be real with you. I don't think that many people are probably watching the Fighting Fantasy category. We will return to the Fighting Fantasy category. That will happen. But right now, this is a forfeit that I had to do. I said that Volt, just buy some shorter jeans, man. I said that if you balance a vote perfectly,
3-on-1, those are acceptable odds.
And you did. And we play this. And I now have to watch every single cutscene because Fry said so. What is wrong with his hand? Dude, he's a cyborg. Question is, does my multi-kick tactic work? Apparently. That was like the tactic. That was it. That was the entire fight. This is Elden Ring, man. Elden Ring got nothing on this game. Do we have combos? Not really. Fry, can you make chat perfect 50-50? His powers are limited, my friend. I think he's done most of what he can do. How far we've come. Final Fantasy 16 comes out pretty soon. Oh god, this is that really long cutscene where Dominique becomes a robot again. I'm pretty sure I've got to reduce the sound on this because otherwise it's going to get claimed by YouTube because of the music. But yeah, we'll let this play through and then we'll reduce the sound on this slightly because Dominique ends up being a badass. I'm sorry for spoilers, but this game came out 23 years ago. Okay, so Dominique shouts. Turns out that actually Dominique is an integral part of the laser satellite. The laser satellite activates and sends its energy to her, and she activates murderous rage mode. We still don't have sound. You do. I can see the desktop audio is coming through. It's just quiet. Like, you genuinely should have sound. You don't have sound. You should do. Unless I've got properties on for no sound. That may have been the thing I did. There is sound. There is sound. Turn it up. Turn it up now. See what happens. You got it? There you go. That's all the sound you get. It is hella quiet. Yeah, for some reason that's just how the emulator runs it. And then Dominique gets all badass and starts, you know, killing the 5. How she couldn't have done that before to help us, I don't know. We don't have context to this amazing story. Look, I'm going to be real. You don't need context. Emulator, you monster. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just hook up the PlayStation 2 that I've got a capture card for that everyone keeps next to their PC. You know, of course. I'll grab my original copy of The Bouncer and play it in upscaled 4K. Of course, everyone can do that. Look. Oh, I can't skip the cutscenes. I was going to skip the cutscene out of, like, just instinct. This game is absolute utter garbage. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I have a PS2 with a capture card next to my PC. Can I borrow it? That'd be great. Emulation is fine provided you own the original game and have given money legally to the correct people. Please don't sue me, Square. Be nice. Be nice. I spent my evening being pounded by an orc and then boned by an ogre. Please don't sue me. He did. He just grabbed her and then jumped off. That's what happened. Who is the Naruto villain? Just want to say this game came out the same year as SSX. It did. SSX Tricky is one of the greatest games ever made. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's gonna... Plus, the only reason you want emulation is so you can save it wherever the hell you want. If you skip, we start over. Well, we have just fought a boss, so you guys get to vote now. And if you vote 50-50... No, not 50-50. We're watching all the cutscenes, so I have to make this harder. Can you? Yes, no, maybe. If you perfectly balance all 3 of the votes I've just given you, only then do we restart. And the reason I've made it 3 votes instead of 2 is because Fry has jumped in and demanded that we watch all the cutscenes. And demanding we watch all the cutscenes has added like an extra half an hour to the length of this. If we have to restart the game from the start with the cutscenes, that's going to add like an hour and a half. Okay, it's going to be ridiculous. I need a capture card, a PS2, and a CRT. I could probably get all of those things eventually. Or, much easier, I could just emulate things. That works. That works too. Are we addicted to the polls? Are we gambling right now? You are. You're all gambling. But you won't be able to do it. Remember, it's not just percentage, it's exact numbers. You apparently could 50-50 a vote. And now we have a boss fight. 71, 75, 86, 82, 76. Not even close. Not even close. Time to lazy man mode a PS2, a capture card, and a monitor. No chance, mate. Nowhere near. Absolutely nowhere near for any of you. This is very Final Fantasy villain, isn't it? Some of you were like, you know, thank God that you couldn't do that. It's 11 o'clock at night. Why are you all here? Like, you could be doing anything else with your time. And you went, this is the stream. I want to watch Josh replay the bouncer on PS2. Now, you only need to beat the boss. But I'm super tempted to see what happens if you try and, Toothman, thank you for gifting all the subs. That's remarkably kind of you. Come on. I really want to do a special... What? No! Triple bouncer takedown on a frickin' robot. That's ridiculous. I cannot believe we just did that. Tooth, that is incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much. Remarkably kind. Hopefully you're enjoying the bouncer. I don't know why. Why has the guy got a massive turnip in his jeans? Don't question his decisions. Just let him be. Alright? Just let him live. Let Volt dress the way he wants. Yeah, that was kind of sick. I'll give you that. That was kind of sick. Now, too, thank you very much. He got bounced. That was the bit where he said, I'm the bouncer, and then he bounced all over everyone. That was a great bit. I just wanted the book to continue being drunk, but this game sobered me up too fast from the sadness. That foot is very broken. He just full-on kicked a robot in the face. Echidna's back, by the way, as well. This is not God Hand. Very true. Very, very true. It's sad that Josh played this game so much that he became good at it. I know, I don't like that fact either. It's a very bad fact. It is bouncing time, guys. That was the jiggle bit that I mentioned in the video. That was the jiggle bit. See? If you weren't looking, you missed it. You missed the jiggle. Oh, Japan. You say Vanille from FF13? They were jiggle physics. They were bouncing everywhere. She is actually the bouncer. That's what the entire game is named after. It was that exact shot, that zoom in and bounce. That's what the game is. Can we just, like, kick her to death? Oh, now this is an interesting fight. You've actually kind of got to kill the robots with this one, because you really need your team to help you take down Echidna. And when the robots are alive, they can't. So it's pretty much just going to be a case of spam kicking until they're dead. And then taking out Echidna this way. Maybe we can use our own legs. I forgot the word kick for a second. Maybe we can use our legs to hurt her. I'm going to punch you in the face with my foot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we did some leg kicking. There we go. Good old leg kicks. Nope, nope. Co got that one. Hey Josh, what about Throne and Liberty? Hey man, it's going to be on the list eventually. I've got to get round to all of them soon. Heel slap, foot punching. Now the game is bouncing. Yeah, then he did the bouncy bit. That was good. Oh, have we done the floating mine attack yet? We haven't done that yet, have we? I'll work out what that guy is in a second. Darkside Eternity is continuing the gift sub they got. Oh, thank you very much, Darkside. Yeah, let's double check. The cat cam is live, by the way, in the bottom right. See? Stick my hand there. Cat's there. Am I sure that's the appendage you want to punch her in the mouth with? Yes. Yes, it is. The foot. That girl is getting... Yeah, she is definitely getting beaten up. This is a good cutscene. Like, this is proof that the bouncer knew how to make cutscenes. What it didn't know how to make was a game. Someone's like, oh man, are we doing cutscenes? Yeah, so basically what happened was Fry gifted 100 subs in the chat, and then I asked Fry, who seems to be the authority at the minute, whether they wanted me to play cutscenes or without cutscenes, and their answer was, just to annoy everyone, play all the cutscenes. And you can't really argue with 100 gifted subs, so yes, now we are doing that. That's what's happened. You have missed all the cutscenes. How far into the game are we? Not far enough. We should be further. What Fry really did was put a perfect 50-50. Sell out? Yeah, this is my job. If someone comes along and says, hey, I'll give you 100 subs to play a game dumb, all right, cool. That's what's going to happen. Fry is mad with power right now. Very, very much. Can't believe Josh's streams are pay to win. Look, someone came up to me a few days ago and went, Josh, if you had like unlimited money to make any kind of game, what would you make? I'm like, mate, are you asking them from like a business perspective? Because if you're coming to me as a businessman and going, you've got unlimited money, what kind of game would you make? Pay to win gacha mobile junk. That's where the money is, man. Are you asking me as like a passion project that I want to make because I believe it has value to the world? Or are you the Bouncer 2? I would just remake this game with HD graphics and nothing different. But yeah, if you're asking me as a business, you'd be dumb not to do that. The Bouncer 2, Electric Boogaloo. Are you saying mobile gachas don't have value? Yeah, pretty much. I would just take the unlimited money and make a bad game and then leave. It depends whether you want to ask me as like a businessman or asking as a gamer. Because if it's a gamer, then yeah, I'm pretty much just going to sit down and be like, okay, cool, let's make a really awesome MMORPG. We've got a load of the Bouncer 2 trampoline time. Yes, that's exactly what would happen. Yeah, NFT, some kind of NFT Web3 gacha nonsense. It'd be great. You'd make a ton of money and then you just dip at the end of it. The bouncing. What would I do if I had, what game would I remake if I had unlimited money? Do you want like a real answer or like a joke answer? If you want a real answer of if I had unlimited money, what game would I remake? I would sit down with the original writers or as many voice actors I could find, and I would work out how we can remake Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain. I'd be like, right, this game is perfect. How do we upscale it? How do we increase it? How do we add more? People are like, oh, do we take away anything else? No, we take away nothing. It's perfect as it is. I just want more of it. We don't change it. We just add more of it. That's what we do. We make a massive expansion to it. I'd like to redo Future Cop LAPD. I think that needs a new one. I really like a game on PlayStation 2 called Jade Cocoon. Jade Cocoon and Jade Cocoon 2 were two of my favorite games growing up, and I'm definitely going to redo those at some point on the Was It Good, because they had a really interesting... I recognize this music. Can anyone tell me where it's from? And don't say The Bouncer. Like, I legit recognize this music. It does sound very Final Fantasy. It's definitely in one of the Final Fantasy. It's from Final Fantasy X. That would make sense. That would really make sense. What is happening in this cutscene? We are chasing after the Gallios ship using one of the flying platforms, but then Mugetsu, the evil ninja, jumps from the Gallios ship and takes us out, but Mugetsu rips off his mask now and we have our final showdown fight. It's from your stream. What are you talking about? Have I played Ape Escape? Yes, I have. I liked Ape Escape. I thought Ape Escape was good. Would love to see an updated Future Cop. Remember playing the heck out of that game. I mean, it's on my channel. It's on the JoshStrifePlays channel. I did a replay review of Future Cop and it was really good. Not an Uncharted remake. I think Uncharted is fine. Oh no, I chose the wrong thing. Ah, bugger. Okay, so this first choice, you don't actually choose who you play as. You choose who's piloting. And I just put Scion in the pilot seat, which means I've now got to use Volt or Co to take on a powered-up Mugetsu. Oh, this is not the plan. Okay, hang on, we'll use Volt. It's fine. I'll just keep punching him. Okay, this is not going to go well. Okay, this might go fine. Hang on. This is going to go really badly. I'm going to save the game and then... Okay, this is... Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to... Quick load. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Am I playing on hardcore? No. No, I am not. I'll play as Ko. Ko was fast. Ko was... Let's see if I can use Ko to beat... I'm going to save the game here, so I've pretty much committed to using Ko right now. Okay, I've 100% committed to Ko. Okay, this is not going well. Quick load. Hell yeah, of course I'm quick loading. What was the punch combo that I did as Ko? I'm sure I had a punch combo. Oh yeah, it was hold L1, that was it. Okay, hang on, we'll reload. I've got it. Okay, I think I can remember the punch combo. There we go, 1, 2, 3, and then we're good. Alright, this is not going to go well. There we go. 1 hit. We're good. This is fine. Just keep punching Mugetsu gently. Quick save in the middle of the fight. Just so I can reload it from this part, because let's be honest, none of us are having fun. This is good fun. Yep. You guys voted for this. I'm going to quick save after every single triple punch, I swear to God. This is it. This is what you want. You can't even infinite juggle because you don't hit them that high into the air. And that hit from him just 1 hit killed me. From the health I'm on. This is why you should never put your main character driving the plane. I'm just saving after every goddamn punch now. For that reason. There we go. Finally, we've taken him down. Oh my God. I don't even want to level co-op, but I will do. There. Continue. I'm not happy with that though. That was not good. Oh God, it's voting time. But you've got to balance a triple. To be fair, this is a really cool death scene for Mugetsu. Alright, cool. I have voted. Not voted. I have started the poll. You must vote. If you balance it perfectly, 30, 30, 30, 33, 33, 33, to the number, not the percentage, to the number of votes, I will restart the entirety of the bouncer. Bonjour, you sexy mofo. Kai, leave while you can, mate. This is not a good stream. Alright, this is not going well. I honestly thought we'd be doing a lot different than how we are doing. So originally I was playing a book, and we were all having a good time. We were having a great time. Please turn the in-game sound up. You don't want that. You really don't want that. But I was having a great time. I was playing a book. It was really good fun. And then I said, look, guys, I'm going to give you some votes, some polls in the chat. You can choose which direction we're going with this book. If you choose to 50-50 the poll on purpose, therefore giving me no information, I will, instead of playing the book, pause the book and replay the entirety of The Bouncer on PS2. Look, you can't do it again. 86, 83, 77. Now, people were indeed able to 50-50 a poll, and I don't make idle threats. So I've followed through, and I am replaying the entirety of The Bouncer. Now, I was going to do it skipping all the cutscenes, which would have saved us like an hour. But then Fry decided for some reason to gift 100 subs in the chat. And I thought, you know what? When someone does that, you give them a bit of power. I said, Fry, do you want me to watch all the cutscenes or do you want to skip them? And Fry, being the mad lad he is, said, watch all the cutscenes. So now we're watching all the cutscenes of one of the worst games I've ever played. And as soon as we've finished this game, I will go back to playing the book, if I can be bothered. How much power for gifting 1? If you give one, I'll give you a high five when I see you again. That's what I'll do. That's what'll happen. Anyway, Kai, how are you doing, man? How's life? Hopefully you're doing good. Okay, so apparently Scion has this. What is the extra skill that I bought? Floating mine, ES plus J. So that. Okay. Right, we're going to kill this Panther by just breakdancing at it every few minutes. Just, this is a... What? Sora is gifting 5 subs. Sora, for that you get to skip 1 cutscene. 1 cutscene. That's all you get. Right? I will ask you every time if you want it to be this cutscene or another cutscene. That's all you get. Sora, do you want to skip this cutscene? The longest one? No, you don't get to do that. You get 1. You get to skip 1 cutscene. Do you want it to be this one? I'm going to need an answer pretty quickly. Not this one. It's not a great choice, Sora. This was a long cutscene. You could have had this one. You could have skipped it. Sora currently has the right to 1 skip. That's all he gets. This game doesn't seem all that bad. I mean, I'd agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong. Thanks for playing the Bouncer, the Dark Souls 2 of beat-em-ups. You're welcome, Meow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. He's saving it for the credits. He's like, yeah, as soon as the game ends, I'm going to skip. But there are like 3 ending credit scenes, and if you don't choose to skip the credits scrolling, we will watch all of them. That's what will happen. I played this game as a kid as a punishment for getting bad grades. Is this the new Genshin? Yes. This is Genshin Bounce Impact. It runs better than Jedi Survivor. That is not a high bar. Alright, the bar is pretty much on the floor with that. Oh, mate, she just got chained. That's what we're calling it from now on. And then her dog tags fall to the floor, which aren't relevant because she wasn't a soldier and we never actually knew her in the military. And we don't... What? Oh, and then Duragon turns up and he's like, "Sup, ladies?" Look at those dungarees, man. Those dungarees are what it is. Someone just got PTSD, shaking a bit. Oh, it's the Bouncer. Yep, I'm sorry, this is what's happening. Some people are still subscribing, I'm not sure why. But thanks, man. The game feels like it was made by an AI. Let's be real, an AI would have made a... Stop it, Duragon! That's the line! Stop it, Duragon. I really love the idea that he would just be like, yeah, okay, cool, I will. I'll stop. I'm sorry for doing it. I shouldn't have done this at all, that was bad. Did it freeze? No, I shouldn't have done. It's working well for me. Is that Sora? No, it's Sion. However, it's made by the same character designer. He did say the thing. He did say the thing. Somehow viewership seems to be up. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that there's people watching. Monologue time. I just came here to give you my prime and then leave. Do what you gotta do. If you are incapable or unable to endure the Bouncer with us, we won't judge you. We know it's bad. Do you want us to leave? No?
What's wrong, Dominique? I don't think your sister agrees with you.
Why is there a hype train going on? I mean, thanks, I appreciate that, but I've always been taught that you reward the behavior that you want to see more, and you punish the behavior you don't want to see. You are rewarding the wrong behavior. That's what I'm not understanding right now. Why are you recording that? Why are you... What makes you think? What gives you the right? Okay, let me just, hang on. Oh, okay, that kick's badass. What? Okay, so this is like the final boss. That was it. I'm annoyed at the game. That was literally... Okay, so we've got one more bit. Sora, do you want me to skip this cutscene? This truly is the Dark Souls of games. You say skip. Okay, I will skip. That was not the final cutscene, Sora. Oh, we can't do the special bounce attack against Duragon. Doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, now he's gonna attack us back now. Sora, stop gifting subs just so you can skip cutscenes. Take your cutscenes and just deal with the fact we're watching them. Alright, now we've done it. Ah, okay. Sora, thank you for gifting 5 subs. You can skip this. Hang on. Fry has gifted more. Fry, do you wish that gift to counteract don't skip? I've broken the Twitch code, guys. I've worked it out. I'm sorry. Sorry, Sora. I know that you gifted subs just so you could make us skip this scene, but Fry was like, nah. Nah, we ain't about that life. Sorry, Sora, mate. You got blown out of the water there. And Fry just stepped forward, flicked more, and he's like, no. No, we're watching all of this. This is happening. Ban Fry. Oh yeah, I forgot you're a mod. No, you've got to follow the rules, mate. You've got to follow democracy. You're all turning on each other now. It's a pay-to-win stream. This final cutscene is so long. Just wanted to play a book.
It was just a bad dream, and you won't have any more of them.
Democracy. Am I okay? Thanks for asking, Zol. No. No. Do you guys want to know a secret?
Hey, we're gonna ram the satellite. Volt, change course.
I was playing the next game that's going to feature on Worst MMO Ever earlier today. Oh yeah, Reich says nah. Oh yeah, sorry Reich, I forgot that I asked. I asked that earlier and you were like no, and I asked it just now and you were like no, sorry. I was going to tell you a secret, but Reich doesn't want to know. It's fine. Why don't we do the book while the cutscene is playing? Sora, you don't get to disrespect the cutscene like that.
What are you talking about, Dominique?
So we're just tuned in, slightly drunk. What's going on? Oh, Most, where do we begin? Alright, so the short version is we were playing a book, got boned by an ogre, died, played the bouncer, Fry gifted 100 subs, Sora gifted 5, Fry gifted 10 more. Now we're watching the bouncer final cutscene. You're pretty much up to speed with that. But no, I was playing a game for Worst MMO Ever earlier, and you know what? I was having a really good time. Like, I was legitimately enjoying it. And I thought, maybe I should play that on Twitch later. But then I thought, no, people wouldn't enjoy that. People like Twitch when I play engaging, fun, interesting games that the community can get involved with. So I played the book where we all get to vote. But you guys vote stupidly. You're like 50-50. Hey, we're not going to give you a choice. So I threatened. And I said, if you 50-50 any of these votes, I will replay the bouncer in its entirety. And you did. And here we are. You have nobody to blame but yourself. Is this SpaceX? Yes. I don't get why you're involved in that. Why is there a level 7 hype train? That doesn't happen. I don't know what level the hype train goes to, but it's Twitch-designed FOMO, so don't worry about throwing stuff to it. I've just not seen it go that far. Fry, you are not sorry. Fry, you have created history today. This is going to be on the clip channel. And then Duragon dies, but there's a photo in his locket of not Aerith. I'm curious, what do you like better, playing the book or playing your viewers? Both. I like both. Level 13 hype train, that's very impressive. I missed the plot, can you play it again? When this game is finished, I will do a vote, and if you 50-50 it, we will replay the bouncer.
That horrible dream was real, wasn't it?
It'll be the last vote chance you get, though. That's all you get. One chance. You have to 50-50 it perfectly to the person. Lack has just donated. Cheered 100 bits. I want my hype train emotes. Do not misconstrue this donation for praise. I won't. I understand that you are not praising me right now. I get that. None of us are happy. Oh good, we're at the end now. Me too. Me too, Co. Do we help or sabotage?
It means the bar's doing just fine, right?
Yeah, but
Imagine if we go back to the book and the very first vote is 50-50. I swear to God. You do not need that. Although we have just beaten a boss, so we do need to do the poll now. But I am doing a triple poll, because from now on, you need that. Let's just do... Can you? No, no, no. Triple no's! Jumbles, my goodness, thank you for gifting all the subs. What do you want? I don't trust people now. Like, when you were... I swear, you were gifting, and I'm not sure what you're gifting for. Do you want something? I hope you don't need... Oh, my God. Okay, so to 50-50-50 a triple poll, it's very simple. You must just get the exact number of people voting for option 1, 2, and 3. Effectively 33%ing all of them, but by the number of votes, not by the percentage. I'm trying to diminish your odds of winning. Yes. Yes, I am. Of course I'm trying to diminish your odds of winning. I don't want to do this again. I will, because I am a man of my word. But I do want to diminish your odds of actually achieving it. Because the fact that you're getting even remotely close scares me a little bit. I don't like the idea of it. I mean, the percentages will be wrong, but the exact number of votes might be correct. But I seriously doubt you can exactly perfectly vote all three. Nope, you can't do it. 94, 91, 89. Could not do it. Failed. Failed. I know. Some of you will say it's rigged. It's not rigged. It's just a shame. Am I going to sit here and make you watch the entirety of the credits? How many of chat are voting just to not restart? Please no, please yes. How many subs to play it again? What do you think is a good number of subs for me to just play this again? I don't want to be like... I don't want this stream to become pay to win, and I don't want it to be the people with all the money just do stupid stuff. Someone put 69, someone put 100, someone put 200, someone just put 1. Just 1. What's fair? What's like... I mean, to be fair, we watched the entire game pretty much because of Fry putting in 100. Plus play the book. Yeah, we're going to go back to the book, but this is a threat. 50-50 votes will incur bouncer punishment. We're going to play the book, don't worry. We've already died once. We're going back to the stupid book, but we are going to watch the entire credits first. You wanted this. It's not a bad song, to be fair. Just make it unobtainable. It's not a terrible song. It's not the worst. Hector, hello Josh. I was watching some of your old videos and wondered Was your I Love Colonel Sanders Part 3 ever uploaded? I don't know if it was. I'm not entirely sure. I will double check. If it is, it will be on the JoshStrifeReplays channel, which is a channel that I've not really put too much love to, but I know that Visa, the editor, is working on uploading some stuff to there as and when he can. Visa's pretty much taken a huge amount of authority over that. He's done really well. I watched 30 minutes until I read Fighting, not Final. Yeah. Okay, so don't worry. We're going back to the Fighting Fantasy right now. We're going back. But we're going to watch all of this. Hang on. English cast. David Lucas. No, was voiced by wasn't voiced by David Lucas. Was voiced by the same dude that did Cowboy Bebop. Who the heck is David Lucas? Did they get it wrong? Hang on. There was one English David Lucas voice. Steve Blum. Apparently that's his name. Okay, Steve Blum is sometimes credited as David Lucas. Yeah, pseudonym. Interesting. I wonder why he was He's also pseudonymed as David Lucas, Andrew Watton, and Daniel Andrews. Due to union bylaws, he had to stop doing non-union... Oh yeah, I've stuck this kind of stuff before. Yeah. Yeah, due to non-union bylaws, he had to stop doing non-union work, but continues to do it under a pseudonym. Interesting. What an interesting fact about this interesting game. Let's be real. Would you want your name on the bouncer? Yes. Yes. Thanks. Thanks, Jack. I'm glad that you found an interesting fact about the bouncer. Maybe we need to replay the entire thing. Theme from the bouncer. Produced and arranged by the bouncer. Performed by the bouncer. Square. All rights reserved. All music except the above is reserved to the bouncer. Yeah. Movie when... Let's be real, the game is a movie. It just is. That's what it is. The real bouncer was the friends we made along the way. Everyone in the chat right now, can I ask you an honest question? Does it feel like nothing's happened for the last, 30 minutes? Doesn't it feel that way? We were playing the book, and then the bouncer started, but can you remember anything that actually happened over the last hour? I can't. We bounced. Did a bit of bouncing. It was the last 30 minutes has taken 2 hours. It really was. There was that one quote, Gimp Suit Man died. It's felt like 5 hours. Yes. Yes, King, it really has. So many subs. You kicked a dog. Oh my God, remember when we kicked that dog's head off? That was ridiculous. Fry found out the stream is pay to win. Yeah, pretty much that's what happened. One day we'll see me in the credits instead of your Henry Cavill pseudonym. I keep telling companies if they can't afford Henry Cavill, I'm free on Thursdays. Only Thursdays. I'm busy every other day. You know, if they can't make time for me, then they don't need me. That's not how it works. My legs have gone numb. Okay. I mean, that's what she said. I don't know what to say to that, Batoop. New Witcher incoming. Hey, I'll happily do that. It's fine. Don't worry, they can give me a call. Isn't the Hemsworth brothers playing it right now? Who is this? Who the heck is this at the end? Is this Dominique? Oh, is she mourning her brother? The one that kidnapped... It's the dog! It's the dog that we kicked. It's the child of the dog that we kicked. That's who it is. Oh, it's Dominique. She's no longer a cyborg. It's impressive, though, because she was only kept alive because of that satellite that blew up. Why is the dog featured at the end? What is this? Why did the director went, I know what we need at the end. We need the dog featured at the end. Why does she look like a demon? Definitely is. How do you uncyborg someone? That's to be found out in the Bouncer 2. Bouncer 2, the dog. Oh. Oh, and then this is the ending where Sion actually meets Dominique for the first time. No. She's mourning the death of not Sora, since she does not age. That would be quite cool if that was the thing. Why is Josh's sound so deep compared to older videos? Even 1 year ago, is he sick? I mean, like sick in a cool way. No, I just have a better microphone, and this is how my voice sounds. I went through puberty over the last year. My voice decided to get a lot deeper. This is just what's happened now. Sion Barzard. Yeah. And that's it. That's the bouncer. Get ready for the barrage of images again. I don't need to save the game. I'll just save it now. There we go. Done. Ready? There it is. Okay, cool. So, we don't need to replay that. Now we have replayed the bouncer, we can do this. I can turn that off, minimize it, maximize the book, return to the bookmark of the book where we were. I think it was this one that we went to. Oh, it was the... Was it that one? Yeah, okay, cool, the shop. And now I put the game back on. We're going back to the book now. We are returning to the book. Let's just fit this to the screen. Okay. Now we play the book. There is another shop on the left side of the street. An iron grill over the window prevents you from seeing what kind of shop it is. You try the handle on the door, and it turns. Do you want to enter the shop, or to continue west? What do we do? Swear to Christ if you 50-50 this. Do we enter shop, or go west? For anyone just joining us, we have just spent about 45 minutes replaying the entirety of the Bouncer for PlayStation 2 as punishment for the chat 50-50ing a vote. This vote, in fact, about whether we go into the shop or ignore the shop and go west. The reason I'm punishing them is because I can only make decisions when they agree on a vote, and if they disagree on the vote, we can't make a decision. We don't do anything. Now, I used to just restart the game whenever this happened, but turns out that wasn't a long enough distraction for people. So I've got the Bouncer for PlayStation 2 running in the background, and if they 50-50 this vote because they're just hilarious little gremlins, then I will replay the entirety of the Bouncer before we go back to this book. Now, many people in there have just been very much enjoying the fact that we replayed the Bouncer. I didn't. You're not going to 50-50 it. Remember, it's not just 50-50, it's exact to the person. 143 to 138. No, we are going west. You arrive at a four-way junction in the street. The street continuing west changes its name to Key Street, and the street running north is called Market Street. Looking north, you see a crowd of people walking up the street, cheering loudly and waving their arms in the air. You decide to follow them. As you catch up with the chanting crowd, you see they're carrying eggs and rotten tomatoes. Soon the street opens out into a large market square. All around the edge are stalls with vendors, hawkers, musicians, and entertainers carrying on their business. In the middle of the square is an elevated pillory. Above the noise of the crowd, a trumpet sounds, and the crowd start to pelt the man in the pillory with rotten food. An old woman standing next to you offers you 2 eggs to throw. Not wishing to appear to be the outsider, you take the eggs and hurl them. But as you do so, the old woman picks your pocket without you noticing. You lose 1 gold piece, and, unaware of your loss, you walk away from the crowd to look at the various stalls. The food stalls are selling fruit, vegetables, meat and hot soup, corn and chestnuts for hungry shoppers. Along the west side of the square you see a man dressed in purple velvet playing a lyre. Would you like to buy some hot food for 1 gold? We don't have any. We lost all of our gold because of the dwarves. Remember? The net? The net fell. They took all of our gold. Remember that? And then the old woman has just taken all the rest of it. It's not going great, is it? Provisions. I'm going to eat 1. Restore my stamina. Sweet. Okay, do we stop and listen to the music or walk past? What do we do? I'm going to poll you guys. You must tell me what to do. Do we Stop and listen, or walk on by. You have 1 minute to vote. Vote now. Town is full of crooks. Pretty much. We've got to collectively concentrate our RNG in order to win. You won't get 50-50. Not again. It's unlikely to happen again. Is this a ploy to train the youth to like books over video games? You know what I've always found interesting is people always assume that the youth don't read books, and yet the generation that we have now actually read a hell of a lot more than most people do. It's very impressive to see the amount of people. I know that there is this, and I get that that was like a joke and it was being silly, but yeah, there's actually a lot of studies done that show that people are reading a lot more now than they were before. It's really impressive because people have much more access to reading. You have access to books from all over the world, translated books from different countries, books on every possible subject. It's phenomenally interesting that so many people are in fact focusing and choosing to read more than almost any other time in history. It's really impressive. 122, 120, you will not do it. 134, 129, you were 5 people out. We're going to walk on by. A small circle of people are standing around a bare-chested man. He is enormous, and his muscles look hard as iron. He is asking the crowd for a volunteer to play catch with a cannonball. He states that whoever drops the cannonball must pay the other 5 gold pieces. Unfortunately, I don't have enough gold to play with this man's balls, so we're going to just walk on. Behind the next stall is a young man with a pointy nose selling small weapons and items of equipment. The price of his wares are chalked up on a slate. Would you like to buy anything from him? We can't buy anything from him because we haven't got any gold because the dwarves took it. In the next stall area, there is a small, brightly coloured tent. Attached to it is a sign that reads, Madame Star, Clairvoyant. Do we enter the tent, or do we continue north? You are broke. Proceed to leave town. What do we do? Do we enter tent, or do we go north? Start the poll right now. Give me some answers. I forgot the music is off. I'll put the music back on. There we go. Music's back on now. Ambient. Do we go into the tent, or do we go north? What do we do? What's north? Who knows? That's the adventure that we go on, unless you are somehow able to 50-50 it perfectly, in which case we replay the bouncer again. It's not an empty threat. It hurts you more than it hurts me. I mean, don't get me wrong, it hurts me a lot. But I am willing to take that pain if I know that it annoys you. I understand that's like the absolute antithesis of what Twitch is meant to be. They're like, haha, the streamer did stuff which made all the people leave. And I'm sat there thinking, I win. I know that that's like the exact opposite of my job. My job is to entertain people, and I'm going to do stuff that's stupid to annoy people. But if I can't threaten you, what can I do? 126 to 123, enter the tent, 3 people out. We go into the tent. Sitting behind a small table is a plump woman wearing bright yellow clothes and a scarf over her head. She smiles as you enter, bidding you to sit down. She tells you that a glimpse of your future will cost you 2 gold pieces. I am broke. So we leave. At the end of the market, a street named Bridge Street runs north of the square. You decide to walk down it in hopes of finding the elusive Nicodemus. It starts to rain, and the tumbled-down houses huddled together on either side of the street look as if they need shelter themselves. Most have their windows boarded up and are empty, but the door to one flaps noisily in the wind. If you wish to take refuge in the derelict house until the rain stops, or do we press on ahead? What do we do? Do we examine the flaps? Grow up. Do we go in-house, or press on ahead? What do we do? Let me know what you think we are going to do. What do we do? What do you think we should do? I don't know. Let's see what you can vote on. Go in house. 145 people want me to go in the house. That's a lot of people going in the house. That's a good amount of people voting for the house. 50-50 can wait. Need to see those flaps. Hey, however you want to live your life. Not going to tell you you're wrong. We go in the house. It is a gloomy house, but you can make out the shapes of abandoned furniture. Litter and rubble is strewn all over the floor. You find a broken chair and slump down in it to rest. Suddenly, you notice something slither across the floor, and before you can get to your feet, you see in the half-light that you are encircled by 6 snakes, each a meter long. Do we hack at them with our sword, or do we make a dash for the door? What do we do? I like how the bouncers just started playing in the background again. Now we can turn that off for the time being. It's okay. We'll come back to that, don't worry. Do we slap the snake, or do we dash the door? Do we slap the snake, or do we dash the door? Make a choice now. Azu, seduce the tree is not an option that you get to have. Chat is too curious. Seduce snakes. Does death lead to the bouncer again? I think in many ways all roads lead to the bouncer. Are you asking like in general? Like if we die, are we forced to replay the PlayStation 2 late launch title, The Bouncer? I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I mean, there are many people in the world I don't like, and I wouldn't wish them to replay The Bouncer when they die. Imagine if that was like... Imagine if you get resurrected after you die. But the life that you get resurrected into, the quality of that, is entirely dependent on how far you're able to get through The Bouncer. That's not a fate worth thinking about. I mean, there are some horror films, don't get me wrong, but that is genuinely terrifying. Yeah, that is not good. Slap... 69% of you want to slap the snake. That's a screenshot right there. In fact, 169 people voted, which caused 69%. That is good. Someone in the chat said dab. I'm not dabbing, all right? I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm with it, you know? I'm happening. But I don't need to dab yet. Right, we are slapping the snakes. The snakes are not very tough opponents for a person trained in the art of swordsmanship. You can fight them all at once. However, each time they hit you, they will inflict 4 damage instead of the usual 2, thanks to their poisonous bites. You must fight. 5 and 5, that's fine, mate. Can't lose this. Not a problem at all. Okay, we've lost the first hit. And... Oh no, we got it. That was fine. That was good. Yeah, 2012. Not a problem at all. Easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. When you were expecting it to be difficult, lemon difficult. But we are triumphant. I have successfully slapped the snake. You leave the derelict house quickly to avoid encountering any more nasty surprises and return to the street. Outside, the rain has stopped, and you set off north again. Ahead, you see a wooden bridge stretching over a dirty river. Various bits of rubbish are floating down to the sea on its black surface, and you squirm at the sight of a human hand passing by. The bridge supports and columns reach high above you, and you see skulls, both human and non-human, tied to them. The wind makes an eerie noise as it whistles through the bridge structure, reminding you of tortured souls. Oh no. Oh no, I'm tired now. The bouncer's tired me out. Crying for help. We're going to do this, guys. We're going to finish the book. Going to get there. I'm going to go get my blanket. This is comfy. Do it. Almost hidden from view is a small flight of steps going down underneath the bridge from where you are standing. A one-legged man carrying a sack is crossing the bridge from the northern bank. Do we climb down the steps, or do we wait and talk to the one-legged man? What do we do? I need to know. Do we climb down, or talk to Mr. One-Leg? Vote now. If you perfectly 50-50 the vote to the exact person, I will replay the bouncer. Really enjoy your YouTube content. Great to catch your Twitch. Have you ever played? No, I have not. It's on the list to play, though. I do have a heck of a long list of games to play. Like, a lot. Trying to work out what the next Was It Good should be. Now, one of the things is, on my secondary channel, the JoshStrifePlays channel for the Was It Good, I really want to replay old RPGs. The problem is that old RPGs are really long games. Like, really long games. So it would be 2 or 3 weeks between each video, which is awful. I need normally 1 or 2 weeks between them. On the main channel, though, Viscount, Chrono Trigger is on the list. All right, Chrono Trigger, one of my favourite games ever made, without a doubt. Absolutely being replayed at some point. Jade Cocoon, Breath of Fire, all of them. Yep, they're all being replayed, without a doubt. Can you guys balance this vote? Oh, 109 to 106. Close. 3 votes in it. But we're going to go to talk to Mr. One-Leg. The gaunt-faced man looks thoroughly miserable. He sees you and shrinks back, telling you that it's not worth robbing him because he has no money. You tell him that you do not wish to rob him, but are seeking an old wizard named Nicodemus. He stares at you with a surprised expression on his face and says, "For 2 gold pieces, I'll tell you where he is." We don't have 2 gold pieces, mate. I do not wish to pay or do not have that much money. The old man bites his scabby lower lip. "One then. 1 gold piece and I'll tell you where he is." We don't have 1 gold piece. The gaunt-faced man lets out a great sigh, as if the weight of the world was on his shoulders. "You're standing on top of him," he barks, obviously quite irritated. "Nicodemus lives in a hut underneath this bridge." The old man shoves past you, and after a moment, you walk over to the steps that lead down beneath the bridge. Excellent. Got it. Done. You smell the smell by the water's edge is terrible. Above, you hear the sound of footsteps crossing the wooden bridge. Built into the foundations of the bridge is a wooden hut. Drawn curtains obstruct your view into the small building, but you know that you are not welcome when you read the words "Keep Out" painted on the door in large red letters. You draw in a deep breath and knock on the door. You hear muttering and the shuffling of feet, and suddenly the door is thrown open. Before you stands a white-haired old man with a long beard, wearing long white robes. He looks at you sternly and explains, "Explain yourself to Nicodemus." You are elated at finding Nicodemus and tell him about Zanbar Bone's reign of terror in the town of Silverton and why Mayor Owen Caroliff asked you to find his old friend and help them. Nicodemus frowns and walks back inside his hut, beckoning for you to follow him. Was it written in large, friendly letters? Yes. He sits down in a rocking chair and starts to talk in a calm voice. "I am old and tired and wish for no more adventure. I live here under Singing Bridge in Port Blacksand to escape the pleas for aid from people fallen on hard times. Hence no one bothers me. But I do wish to help my old friend Owen. I will tell you how to defeat the Night Prince Zanbar Bone. Listen carefully." Nicodemus lights his pipe, and after a moment with it in his mouth, his eyes distant in deep thought, he exhales a billowing blue cloud and continues. "The Night Prince can only be defeated after sunset. In daylight hours he exists on another plane. No doubt he will have his servants to protect him. But should you get past them, you will need something special to deal with Bone himself. To protect yourself from his entrancing stare, you must have a white unicorn in a yellow sun tattooed on your forehead. Normal weapons will not harm him. First, you must shoot him through the heart with a silver arrow. This will paralyze him, but not kill him. Then you must quickly rub the ground compound of black pearl, hag's hair, and lotus flower in his open eyes. With luck, he will decay before you in a matter of seconds. Whereas if your arrow misses, I'm afraid you will die the moment he touches you. With this, Nicodemus taps out the ash from his pipe onto the bare floorboards. The items for the compound can be found in Port Blacksand if you search hard enough, but I regret I cannot accompany you. Nicodemus then draws you a map of how to reach Zanbar Bone's guarded tower from Port Blacksand. He stands up, shakes your hand, wishes you well. Leaving his hut, you climb the steps and cross the bridge over Catfish River. Bridge Street continues north a short distance before ending at a junction. Do we walk west, down Harbour Street, or turn east, down Candle Street? The map looks like this. So far we've done City Gate, Clock Street, Ogre House, Chanting Crowd, Equipment Stall, Madam Star, Derelict House, One-Legged Man, Nicodemus's hut. The last time we went Market Street, Herbalist died. That was how it worked. So this is how big the game is as well. So we have to get all the way up here, and we are all the way down here. This is a long book. But do we go west down Harbour Street or east down Candle Street? If you 50-50 this, I will be very, very sad. Which way? West or east? Make a choice, guys. We died. We did die. We did very much die. We need to go more north. If you wish to go north, we can go north. But we have a choice now. I swear to God, if you 50-50 this, I will just end the stream. That's what will happen. The next 50-50, I'm just like, no. I will, just to annoy you, I will play the bouncer again and then end the stream. Just to drag it out. I like how you keep reminding people. I keep reminding people to not. I would like you to just actually vote. Why is it perfectly 50-50? Why is it 75 both? Empty threats. You were here when I replayed the entire game. It's not an empty threat. If that poll says perfectly 50-50, person for person, I will just immediately end the stream. This is the power that you have right now. 132 want to go east. We go east. On the right side of the street, you see a small alleyway between two houses. The alley soon ends at a doorway with 6 skulls painted on it. 1 black and 5 white. Do we turn down the alley and open the door, or just continue east? Which way? Can you stop playing and talk to chat for like 30 seconds? I need to go to the bathroom. Sure. Sure, Piggy. I'll just set a timer up here. You know what, mate? You take 60. You go now. We'll stick a timer on. You got 60 seconds, mate. Off you go. This is Piggy's piss timer. We're just gonna wait for this to count down. Reich says, how's the weather? Nah. Hope he washes his hands. As long as he gets back, it's fine. Can you make it 5 so I can go smoke? No. Smoke quicker. Yeah, Reich. It's not as fun when it happens to you, is it? It's not as fun. I like that we're all sharing this moment while Piggy goes for a piss. It's a beautiful moment. People all around the world. All around globally. Never before, Piggy, have 1,500 people waited for you to finish in the bathroom. Top tier ASMR, chat gaslighting, voting sadism, plot twist with revenge arcs. What would my evening be without you? Better? Piggy, you best have finished, mate. You best have finished, I swear to God. Okay? If you're not back, where are you, Piggy? Why do you not like 50-50? Piggy's late. Piggy, stop peeing. Right now. I wash my hands, Dad. Good job, Piggy. Okay, we can carry on now. Let's just set the second vote up. Paul. Question, which way? Into Skull House or east? Are we going into the Skull House or are we going east? Work it. Just gonna tell me which way we're going. The low-key absurdity of this stream is making me dizzy. Look, I don't promise you consistency. I just promise you entertainment. I'm going to tell you about that thing that Rye said that I couldn't tell you about because I'm proud of it. There is a YouTube extension called vidIQ, and vidIQ gives you all the stats on the videos, and it suggests titles and tags and stuff. And if you're just starting out as a YouTuber, vidIQ is quite a useful thing. vidIQ actually has a YouTube channel as well, and the vidIQ YouTube channel put out a video today that featured me. And the video was 4 gaming creators that show how you do a gaming channel. And the first was Doug, who I'm a big fan of. The second was me. I didn't know they were doing this, by the way. They just used my channel as a good example. The third was Let's Game It Out. And the fourth was Settled, who did the Mauritania RuneScape locked Iron Man. So yeah, I was really happy with that. The fact that we had Doug, then me, and then Let's Game It Out and Settled. And I was super, super happy to be featured alongside 3 phenomenally talented content creators. Why did they choose me? They probably chose 3 really good YouTubers and then ran out of time, and they were like, who's available? Who's free? Henry Cavill's how much expensive? We can't afford that. What about Richard Madden? Oh, he's expensive as well. Is there like a cheaper version? You know, can we get it look like maybe Richard Madden hasn't slept in a week or 2? Maybe like Richard Hammond if you order him from Poundland? Oh, Josh is free. Yeah, get him. That's how it works. Right, we are going into the Skull House. You enter a small, candle-lit room with no windows. It is empty. You know, I'm going to get really close to the microphone. You enter a small, candle-lit room with no windows. It is empty, apart from a table and 2 chairs. A man wearing black robes and a skull cap is standing in the corner. He smiles and asks you to sit down at the table. He sits opposite you, and after placing 6 white pills on top of 6 skulls on the table, looks up to you and says, "One of the pills before you is deadly poisonous. The others are harmless. Swallow one of your choice. If you live, I will give you 20 gold pieces. If you die, I keep all your possessions." Well, I mean, like, if you die, he's going to get everything anyway. Just assert dominance and eat all 6. That'd be the best way to do it. Just be like, this is what I'm going to do it. Just take all of them. Every single one. Do we play this deadly game, or do we leave this room? Now, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you guys are about to vote on this. Do we play this deadly game or leave? We do need the money, to be fair. We very much do need the money. But no, in all seriousness, I was really proud to be on the vidIQ video. And they said, Josh's great strength is his writing skill. And I thought, I think my great strength is just fucking with Twitch chat. But I'll take that. I'll be okay with that. Can you eat both? Just all 5 of them. Bookmark. Hey, $20 is $20. Look, I either get $20 richer or die. Both of these seem like upsides, to be fair. Not really seeing the negative going on here. Let's just place a bookmark, though. Page 121. No, hang on, page 26? Yeah, 27. We've got that there. There we go. It's a worthy trade. It's a good risk. We play this deadly game. Let's do it. Let's do it. You agree to the game, but can't quite contain your nervousness. Sweat breaks out on your forehead. You choose a pill and swallow it. If you rolled between 2 and 6, click here. If you rolled a 1, click here. There is a 1 in 6 chance this stream is about to end. If it does, it will end with no ceremony and no final words. If we lose this game, the stream will simply stop. Rolled a 2. You have chosen a harmless pill. You feel a rush of relief as well as adrenaline from your win. The man reaches into a pouch on his cord belt and hands you 20 gold pieces. He bids you farewell. You leave the room and walk back up the alley to Candle Street. Thank God. I was a little bit scared there. Do we turn right down Candle Street or walk along Harbour Street? Which way do we go? Let's find out. Which way? Right down Candle or along Harbour? Please fix title. It doesn't say bouncer waiting room. I don't want to scare too many people off. Man should have poisoned all 6 and just got free stuff. He did miss a trick there, didn't he? He really did miss a trick. If he was smarter, he would have just poisoned all of them. Which way are we going? Are we going right down Candle Street or walking along Harbour Street? And I swear to God, if you're 50-50, I will replay the bouncer again. Don't 50-50. I genuinely am impressed you did it once. I didn't expect you to. I really, really didn't expect you to. Yes, it's weird that the man with the poisoned pills has the most scruples. Yeah, he's like, I'm an honourable man. I will give you a 1 in 6 chance to die, but if you don't die, I will respect you. Thanks. Appreciate it. Now I'm really curious what the bouncer is. Go to JoshStrifePlays, the YouTube channel, and relive the beauty all over again. 132 to 127, but for a moment, it was close, wasn't it? For a moment, it was close. Right, down Candle Street. Walking along the street, you are suddenly halted by a plant pot smashing on the cobblestones in front of you. You look to the left and see an open window. Inside, voices can be heard arguing. The door to the house is open. You could enter the house to find out what the argument is about, or decide to mind your own business and continue east. Do we get involved, or do we not get involved? Did I used to be a bouncer? Yeah, I made a living by putting my life on the line every day. Every day. You have no idea how many times I told Duragon to stop it. Do we go into house? Or do we ignore? What do we do? We going in. We going in. I would be tipped over by a strong breeze. Yeah. Yeah, straight up. That would happen. Still bouncing. Okay, I'm switching off my PC, so now you go onto the main TV. Fry, you crazy person, you. Hi Josh, love the YouTube content. It's always a good start. Your Warframe video was incredibly validating to watch. Have you seen the devs have given the game an additional separate beginning? I have not yet. Don't think it helps with the lack of direction, but it's okay. I will give it a go. I like Warframe. I thought Warframe was a very good game. You know what's weird is there's what I call like a middle class of online RPGs, online MMOs, and the middle class have got really good games in them. So far, my favourite games from the middle class of games, and these are all the ones that aren't, super world-dominating famous, but are still really bloody good, are Guild Wars 1, The Lord of the Rings Online, and Dungeons & Dragons Online. I actually like them. I think they're really well-made games. Path of Exile, Warframe, games that while they may not be immediately on people's minds when you say online games, are still really, really good. They've got a solid base to them. We're going into the house. Solid base to them, good mechanics. There's flaws. They're rough around the edges in places. But when people come to me and say, hey, I play Lord of the Rings Online, I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. I understand it. I actually just really like... Guild Wars 1 is fantastic. I I'm starting to play Dungeons and Dragons online, and I'll be real with you, I like it. I think the design is really good. Okay, go into the house. You enter the house and find yourself standing in a room full of toys, but they are not ordinary toys. They are stuffed creatures with nails through their heads, dolls' houses that are made to look as if they're on fire, and many other unpleasant objects. In the middle of the room stands two old women dressed as though they were little girls. They are squabbling over a carved wooden duck. Each looks eager to destroy the duck with the knives they are holding. On seeing you, the women both start to shout, "Give us toys! Give us toys!" You may either give them something from your haversack or leave. All we've got is a majestic broadsword, leather armor, and a shield. I'm not giving them any of these things. My son plays Warframe. They have to fix their bug reporting system. There's issues. There are issues. Do you want to know the single biggest issue I found with Dungeons & Dragons Online? This will be in the video. You can test this right now. And if you are responsible for making Dungeons & Dragons Online, you really need to fix this pretty soon. I downloaded Dungeons & Dragons Online, DDO. On the download page, it says, well, once I've signed up on the actual website, it's like, you can go back to the client, the launcher, and play the game, or click here for a new player guide. And I thought, you know what? I give these games a lot of shit, because I expect them to teach me everything. Now, in my mind, that is still good game design. You should have an in-game tutorial, but they have said to me, click here for a new player guide. And if I don't click there, that's on me. That's my responsibility. That's my choice to not do that. Maybe I should give this game the benefit of the doubt and click here. So I swallowed my pride and I clicked on the button that said, new player guide, click here. Error, page not found. Fuck me, I guess, for being a new player. You don't get a guide. The hyperlink's going to take you there. It just doesn't. It's broken. Goes to an error page. You can check it. I'm just going to bring it up right now. See if I can. I'll see if I can just bring it up literally right now. If not, I'll see if I can find it somewhere else. DDO, new player guide. Dungeons and Dragons Online. Oh yeah, that was it. So what happens was... See if I can find it anywhere. New player guide. Support. Manage game account. I'll see if I can find it right now. Player guide. Search. Guide. Knowledge base. Nope, it's not there. DDO. No, I'll find it. I've got the footage for it. I will show you the footage. But yeah, you click new player guide and it's like, no. No, you don't get that. There was one thing I found, though, that I found very interesting, actually. Very, very interesting. Let's see if I can find this. I clicked on the prices, and again, it just immediately cancels it, which I think is ridiculous. It's like, hey, what are the prices of this? And it's like, nope, no, you don't get that. That was it. You click become a VIP and it just doesn't give you the prices. Anyway, yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons Online just links to the a broken hyperlink, which I think is a shame. Right, are we giving these witches something from our pack? That's what we're doing. So, let's find out. This may be the last vote we end up making today because it is midnight and I've been streaming for 3.5 hours with no break. And we've replayed the Bouncer, which, let's be honest, was the highlight of the entire day. Do we give an item or don't? Sword or riot? You want me to give them the sword? The one good thing that I've got that's helping me fight? Or do you mean this sword right here? What am I giving them? You say yes. Okay. If you 50-50 this, I will just immediately end the stream. That's what will happen. Give them the sword, pointy end first. Your little letter opener. Yeah, I get lots of letters. Mostly bills. That I open with this sword. It makes me feel slightly medieval, which I like. You know, every now and again you've got to feel a little bit medieval in your life. Feel like a little warrior. Little badass knight. 50-50 incoming! No, you're not going to do it twice. I seriously doubt you could do it twice within 2 hours. That would be... I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd be impressed. The problem is that people leave it at 97, then everyone quickly spam votes. Yeah, 119 says don't give them an item, leave the ladies alone. Eventually, the street comes to a dead end at a high stone wall. There are stone steps leading to the top of the wall. On the other side of the wall, you can hear grunts, growls, and cheering. Do we climb the wall? Or walk back down the junction and to Harbour Street? What do we do?